The Guinness Book of World Record is a reference book published annually listing world records both of human achievements and the extremes of the natural world. This simply means that there is an endeavor by human to list the greatest achievement of other human beings that surpasses natural human conception or existence of nature's endowment that, surpasses human marvel. To this end, your president, One Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu, said that because of his reforms, he ought to have been inserted in the Guinness Book of Records. And he even went further to say that if he is not included, he would even insert himself. In response to that, Mr. Peter Obi, the former governor of Anambra State and the Labour Party presidential aspirant, said that yes, he couldn't agree more, but not for altruistic reasons, rather that Tinubu should have been in the Guinness Book of Records for the most hardship caused by a single individual to over millions of people. And that also, I can't agree more. Nigeria has faced its worst precipice since Tinubu came into power. In case you don't know, Naira is now exchanging for 1,430 something Naira for $1. That, in its economic consequence, is that prices of things will go up astronomically. As a matter of fact, when Tinubu came and said, if you like it or you don't like it, the subsidy is gone, it seemed as if it's a joke. But you didn't know that a monolithic economy such as that of Nigeria will have grave consequences if what it depends on solely for income is touched. And that is what is happening today. We have a country where it depends solely on crude oil. So anything that happens to crude oil has a ripple effect on any other things. Every single thing in the market is rising. Every single price of any commodity is rising beyond the reach of the common man. That Nigerians are not reacting, that Nigerians are not revolting, that Nigerians are not making it clear that the country is crumbling is for some ominous reason that Nigerians rather will pray to hold on to their religious and tribal biases. Till tomorrow, if I have my way, I will research on why the Nigerian man will choose to safeguard his bias based on religion, or his bias on religion and his bias on tribe. Still beats me. When the suffering that you are undergoing does not hear your tribe, suffer not the hear tribe, suffer no get religion, yet this same tribe and religion, people will prefer it. And unnecessary hatred for the Igbos. I don't know what the Igbos have done. For me, they are just like any other person, but for some reason, it's like a group of people have decided that let's come together and show these people. Show them for what? I don't know. Well, that's a topic for another day. But the truth is that Tinubu deserves to be in the Guinness Book of Records. But like I said, not for altruistic reason, but for taking this country aback, for taking this country from top to bottom, from taking this country into the worst experience that I've ever seen since close to my 60 years of living on earth. Nigeria deserves better than this. We cannot be suffering in the midst of plenty. For a man to tell you that you should take steps of little pain while his ministers, both active and non-active, are giving emails in their email boxes, giving money for outrageous sums of money in there. We passed an era where snakes and monkeys were stealing money. Now we have blatant thieves coming to thief our common patrimony, and yet they are telling you that they should be in the Guinness Book of Records. As a Nigerian, if you are not proud of Nigerian and then you are proud of these criminals, then something is definitely wrong with you. I sincerely believe that we should be living better than this. And the only way we can achieve that is we throw away our common religious bias and this unnecessary tribal proclivity and hold these thieves, these politicians accountable. For me, Tinubu is a failure. And yes, deserve also to be in the Guinness Book of Records for the most failed president ever to rule a country. My name is Magnus Orak, and I say please follow this page and share this post.
Framework for tackling banditry and insurgency is through kinetic and non-kinetic methods. And what you were suggesting about fighting poverty, illiteracy, tackling the problems at the local levels, these are some of the same things that the security agencies talk about. But what are your concerns?
Right, good. So there are new converts to the non-kinetic. Remember President Muhammadu Buhari, throughout his disastrous 8 years, all he was talking about was go fight them, kill them, teach them the language they understand, and bomb and kill. And throughout the 8 years, from his military leadership to the national security advisor, they were going to fight. Well, they fought the fight for 8 years. Where are we today? And what I said is we now have new military leadership. And we do not see new plans to do anything differently from what President Muhammadu Buhari did 8 years ago.
Well, which is more or less the same position.
I said it consistently.
Yes, which is more or less.
I said it consistently. And now the leadership, good.
Please go ahead.
And now the presidency and the military, they are coming to the realization that banditry cannot be won on the battlefield. Cannot. We are devoting a lot of time and money and resources on buying Tucano jets, on buying bombs, instead of fighting poverty, fighting the drivers of insecurity. We have invested a lot of money. We have not invested time in even understanding why we have all these conflicts. IPOB issues can never be solved on the battlefield. Neither can banditry. I know I've invested this much time. We have presented to service chiefs, and they know, even in their heart of heart, they know. Fellow Nigerians, the military know. The military is overstretched in all 36 states of the Federation. All. They are deployed there. Well, we don't have enough boots on the ground. I want Nigerians to think. Look at what's happening in Plateau. The massacre in Plateau, the Christmas Eve massacre, and the continuing killings in Plateau. Do we honestly think the military can bring peace to our societies? No. The military's role is to provide an enabling environment for peace. The military cannot bring peace between peoples. It is people who will bring peace to themselves. All the military does when it goes is to put out the flame. The embers are there, and it's not the job of the military to bring peace. We are putting the military in a situation it cannot win. The military did not bring banditry. The military did not bring Boko Haram or IPOB issues. These messes were brought by politicians. The military is brought in to clean up after their mess. The military is chewing more than it can swallow. Is doing enough, is doing a lot. You train a soldier now from depot, he's straight sent to the battlefield. Many have never seen barracks. Are we going to continue this if we do not have honest conversation amongst ourselves? This will be a forever war. We know that it's affecting the Northwest, the North Central, now it's going to the Northeast. Banditry is different from IPOB, is different from the Northeast, from Boko Haram. We are raising our voices because it is our people, because we know we must tell our people to have an honest conversation. The military cannot bring peace to our communities, only us. People are fighting. There are civil wars going around all across the north between the Hausas and the Fulanis, Hausas and thieves, Hausas and the Katabs, Hausas and the Magaville, all across. We expect the military to bring peace? No. Where are our elders? Where are our traditional rulers? Where are our clerics that sold Muslim ticket? Where is everybody? Where are our elders? It is us that will bring peace. The military provides an enabling environment. They are doing a heck of a job. They are taking hit. They are losing men and women on the battlefield. And we must step back and demilitarize this conflict. That's what Prof. I said. And I'm glad the government is coming around.
Prof, well, you started the piece by calling for a honest conversation about the problem of insecurity. And it's good you mentioned President Buhari. But you have, in that piece, also accused President Tinubu of not, in fact, being interested in dealing with banditry or any insecurity. That is, that he has a hidden agenda, which is to put his tribesmen in charge of ministries, departments, and agencies, and ultimately relocate the Federal Capital Territory to Lagos. Well, the government has said that there's no such plan. Can you defend that conspiracy theory, that allegation?
It's not an allegation. Fellow Nigerians, we have seen it in all ministries, departments, and agencies that control money and disburse money. It is people from his part of the country. This is not an allegation, this is facts. And without talking to Nigerians, the presidency remained tight-lipped. When the CBN said they are transferring 5 critical departments to Lagos, and Honorable Minister Festus Keyamo said he was going to transfer FAN to Lagos. What reasons did they give? Well, the central bank gave the reason of congestion and logistics and this. Fellow Nigerians, we've been to school. We are old enough to tease out the truth from fiction. Lagos, federal capital was moved from Lagos to Abuja because of congestion. So then tell me you're going back to Lagos because there's congestion in Abuja. Well, there is insecurity in Abuja. That's one of the reasons we're going back to Lagos. Hello, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you are the President and Commander-in-Chief. Security should not make you run away. Because the government is not talking to Nigerians. There is so much mistrust of government that there are a lot of speculations. Why is there mistrust? Because this government has put our people through difficulties since it's come. And you're not talking to people, and you're doing all these things. The interpretation, and the president needs to listen. These are things that his advisors will not tell him. The speculations here is that he's moving these critical agencies back to Lagos, testing the grounds. That he wants to eventually move the federal capital to Lagos. And there are speculations he's fixing Dodan Barracks to move to Lagos. Mr. President, listen to what people are saying. Do not dismiss what people are saying. Don't let your advisors come and tell you, forget them, dismiss them. You are a politician in your heart of heart. You know that. You don't want to do that. Well, the federal capital was moved from Lagos to Abuja based on a law. You cannot start moving things. The excuses you are given, lame excuses, unacceptable. The central bank sounds to me like, a candidate coming in for an exam, unprepared. But he starts saying, put on the AC, put on this, put on this. The primary responsibility of the central bank is to make our economy better. Has it since they've come?
Well,
where is the Naira today?
Well, it may be
inflation is double digit, 28%.
It may be difficult.
Is moving to Lagos going to change all of this?
It may be difficult for some concerned stakeholders.
There are 3 musketeers that went for that election. The president has reached out to me. You have reached out to me. But my own party candidates, not even a call or a text message. I mean, I'm saying it openly so that our leaders will know that you have time for politics, you have time for governance, and you have time for humanity. So we want to say thank you so much, sir, and we appreciate this visit.
Well, the spokesman to Atiku Abubakar, Paul Ibe, issued a statement clarifying that Atiku sent his condolences to the victims of the Ibadan explosion, as well as the Oyo State government, but that perhaps Makinde may have been too busy to keep track of media reports on the incident. Well, Rufai, Ayo, I mean, you did hear Sheyi Makinde in that video. I mean, I did see that tweet. I believe it was January 17th, which I'll read. Atiku did send a tweet out, but Sheyi Makinde was saying that he wanted a phone call or even just a text message. Let me read Atiku's tweet. Atiku on the 17th of January wrote, "I wish to express my condolences to the good people and government of Oyo State over the explosion that rocked the capital city of Ibadan late yesterday night. While the government continues to provide humanitarian support to victims of the explosion, I commiserate with the families of those who might have lost their lives and property to the explosion." Of course, there was a fallout in the PDP. He was part of the G5. I mean, I don't know, he expected Atiku to give him a phone call, which I think would have been the right thing to do. I mean, maybe just to close the gap with all of that. Politics is over. It's time for governance now. I mean, he appears to be reaching out to Atiku Abubakar at this time. Rufai.
Does he miss Atiku Abubakar?
Already.
So much.
Already.
So soon, when they were doing G5 and he had the state in his hand and he flipped it towards President Tinubu, he didn't know that there were consequences. I think what Atiku Abubakar has done by condoling, sending a general message on Twitter is all right.
It's enough, right?
It's enough. The question you should ask Sheyi Makinde is, when last has he called Atiku Abubakar?
Okay.
That's the question you should ask him. See, and why didn't he say that why didn't he add Kwankwaso to the mix? Because there were many other candidates. Why is he focusing on Atiku alone? I mean, Peter Obi went there to miss him and all of that. Peter Obi has got no problem with him. But do you know the betrayal Atiku Abubakar is dealing with? Huh? You betrayed your own party man. Where's party loyalty? Because somebody had qualms with Atiku Abubakar, that's Mr. Wiki. You people went against your party. And you, Sheyi Makinde, you joined them. Now you are saying that Atiku should come to your states. You want to beat a man and expect the man to come and cry in your front and be pushing his head? No, you should not do that now. Atiku Abubakar said, sorry about what happened. We all condone. Peter Obi went there. Yes, it's good, but it's Atiku's prerogative. But it's not because you are not chummy with Atiku. If you're on talking terms and he didn't come to visit you, that's another case entirely. But Peter Obi has no problems with anybody, so he went there. All of this, Sheyi Makinde, and why is he saying it in public? Can I ask, does Sheyi Makinde have Alhaji Atiku Abubakar's number? So why don't you take the phone and text him? That Baba, I'm marrying. Why don't you text Atiku Abubakar? Why are you coming to say this in public? So let me tell you something now, Oji. I put it to you that it is now Sheyi Makinde that is playing politics with the sufferings of Oyo people that were attacked in that explosion. And Sheyi Makinde should stop it. Focus on your focus. Day your day. Focus on how you are going to ameliorate the challenge and how the investigation is going to come out. And how we can bring people, succor back to the people. At least how we can start to help those people to get relocation places. And how we can also advertise the need for insurance. I doubt if most of those homes are insured. And ensure that, we condone with those people properly. Not now bringing into the fact that Atiku Abubakar didn't call you. Now you are the one that is turning this into politics. As against what he said, that the type of politics, now you are the one that is bringing politics into it. Because also you could have equally mentioned the other candidates. You could have equally mentioned Kwankwaso. You could have even mentioned all the other candidates that ran in the election. And they were not three main candidates. Kwankwaso
He said three musketeers.
It's an insult to Kwankwaso because Kwankwaso too got over 1 million votes.
1 million is a large amount.
It's a lot of votes.
It's a lot
in an election where the grand winner was 8 million or thereabout. Kwankwaso too got over one. You could have mentioned Kwankwaso names. So Sheyi Makinde should watch it.
All right. Well, before I come to you, know that, the PDP
the same social media platform away from that. But that's what we called for the president to do.
Has paid more than 900. Well, according to a detailed report by the Foundation for Investigative Journalism, the federal government, through ministries, departments, and agencies, has paid more than 900 million naira of public funds to different accounts in the last 3 months. This is all coming in the wake of the suspension of the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Betta Edu, and the call for the sack of Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, Minister of Interior, for his alleged link to the 3 billion naira COVID funds said to have been transferred to private accounts. FIG used information posted on the Budget Gov Spend portal, which listed payments made by the Ministry of Interior, Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, National Productivity Center, Office of the Accountant General, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, the Budget Office, and the Pension Transitional Arrangement Department. Well, according to the Nigerian Civil Service Financial Regulation 2009, the expenditures are direct violations of Section 713, which states that personal money shall in no circumstance be paid into a government bank account, nor shall any public money be paid into private bank accounts. An officer who pays public money into private account is deemed to have done so with fraudulent intention. 900 million naira in 3 months.
Audrey.
I know you want to speak. Go ahead. quickly.
Audrey, what does this show?
Yeah.
It shows we have a culture of corruption in our bureaucracy. It shows we have a culture of corruption in our public procurement. So since we've been able to investigate and see this, what are we going to do as regards it? I think another circular should be issued round to remind them of the federal civil service regulations. And they should be made to face the full wrath of the law. I think there are consequences in those regulations. Pure and simple.
Yeah.
You can't be transferring government money into private account for transactions. It is wrong. Secondly, who is the ombudsman that watches over this process?
This is the question.
Who is the ombudsman who audits all of the accounts? Where is the Auditor General of the Federation? Where is the Accountant General of the Federation? Oh,
I just mentioned her name.
She too is
that
there.
department is part of that
Part of
as
it,
well.
you see?
I mean, kudos to that budgetspend.gov. If you go, have you
the
gone through
office
that? Yeah.
of the Accountant General Department is part of those that are, is it going to be? And that's why I see the office of the Accountant General has been known as a cesspit of corruption in this country. Jonathan's time, the Accountant General then had a problem. EFCC had to return money. The last outgone one. What's happening to the office of the Auditor General? Who does the internal audits? And you see, that's why I keep saying, let's bring technology and blockchain technology into procurement process in Nigeria. Because if you don't put technology in place, but the question is, will people allow technology work? You see, it's when people want to steal, they frustrate technology. And correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if the Minister of Interior has gone to see the Code of Conduct Bureau yet.
We haven't seen a report yet.
We have not seen a report.
No.
We are still waiting on that. He must have to see the Code of Conduct Bureau. So you see, these are the things we say against President Tinubu's government. The I don't care, lackadaisical attitude, mumbo jumbo palomolo that happens in the government. And this is an indication that all the forces that are supposed to put the government together, they are losing the government.
Yeah.
No accountability.
Yeah.
In the next 3 months, if President Tinubu does not finalize sacking some ministers and some people in government parastatal, then he's joking with Nigerians.
All right. Well, also kudos to the founder.
The top political parties in Edo State are gradually laying necessary foundations for the governorship election as the month of September draws near.
The roles that are critical. Now, policy must be people-oriented. So I'm going to be very interested in roads that lead from the farm to the market, because I need produce to get out to the market, because I need the farmer to be able to sell, come back, plant. So we're going to deal with those kind of roads, right? You also have the arrangements that you can enter into with road construction companies that will ensure, like they did in Anambra, like Ebano did in Enugu. You have a system where you build a number of roads and they get paid. You get paid over a certain period. They know that they will get their money over time. You know, if you do all the roads in 4 years. but you prioritize. But for my problem is where there's no intention at all to even fix the roads. Have you seen Aduawa recently? Just leaving Benin from any point is a nightmare. So start now.
Warrisaple Road and all
Warrisaple Road. God, you saw the governor's convoy stuck the other day. Not be a film trick, not true. You understand what I mean? The other day, it took a tanker, petrol-laden tanker, tipping over in Olugbo the other day, killing the ensuing conflagration, killing hundreds of people. Or let me get my numbers right. Quite a number of people, right? I'm not sure about hundreds, right? And then I see the governors coming to say, "Oh, we commiserate with the family." Commiserate is literally medicine after death.
Okay, so you said
that was number one.
You're going to do credit. Secondly, Asu Ighodalo phenomenon, him being from the central, you being from where the governor is, people are saying, isn't it time for the center? And secondly, they're saying you're not a man of your own, that probably you're just, that you're too close to Governor Obaseki to be running in this when he also has interest, that you're just there, plus that's a placeholder to make the race exciting.
So I'd rather not deal with personality. So let's remove Asu Ighodalo, my elder brother, from the conversation and simply talk about zoning to Edo Central.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you, my people. It's good to be back here again. Today is another wonderful day, Tuesday, 30th January 2024. We all are getting old. I can't believe we wished ourselves the other day Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. But today we are crossing over to February in the next 24 hours or 48 hours. But nevertheless, let's move on. I want you guys to do the right thing. As long as you are breathing, you are hearing me, nobody's going to live forever. Everybody getting old. Stand for what is right, regardless of whoever that is going to be angry. Let them be angry, as long as you know within your heart that you're doing the right thing. This man talking here, running under the Labour Party, calling Labour Party Peter Obi's party, trying to gain sympathy from the public. His name is called Olumide Akpata. Is running under the Labour Party. This same man worked under Governor Obaseki almost throughout his tenure. Yes. Now, the question is, remember, a lot of people have been saying, allegedly, that Labour Party is already being infiltrated by PDP or Obaseki's people. Now, this man is coming under Labour Party and want to become the governor of Edo State. For example, he wins. How are we sure this man will work for us, or he will take advice from Mr. Peter Obi, or rather from Governor Obaseki? In case some of you are doubting me, go back again. Let's recapitulate back to the House of Rep and Senate that you and I voted for, that you and I advocated for, telling Nigerians to make sure they vote for anything to do with Labour Party. Temperate anything to do with Labour Party. Anything to do with Labour Party, just they temperate them. That was the order that was passed on this platform and many other concerns Nigerians' platform. But today, these same people, 95% or 99% of them, if I'm not mistaken, because I don't want to say 100%, 99% of them are useless. Voting for them or calling for them to go there to represent us, every one of us is already regretting. Now, what is the agenda of this Olumide Akpata? Is it going there? You can't come here to say, I don't want to speak about your aspirant or your competitor. You don't want to speak about Obaseki. You don't want to speak about... Who do you want to speak about then? Listen, my people, like I said, for me, my job on this platform is to present you guys everything. It's not up to you to choose whoever you want to choose as the next governor of Edo State. I will not 100% put myself into it like I did, in the federal level. No, I'm not going to do that. I want you guys to choose. I will do my part. Present everybody to you. It's not up to you to choose who you want as your next governor in Edo State. I'd like us to listen for the next 3 minutes so that I can move on, because I have other pathetic presentation to give on articles. This one is my last video anyway. We end it in the next 3 minutes. Let's take it from here.
I have no problem with zoning. It's a reality of life. Affirmative action. All over the world. In South Africa, after apartheid, you had the BEE, the American Indians, Aborigines in Australia. Even when I went to secondary school, we had quota system because I, from Bender State, had to score over 90% to get to unity school. My contemporary from Niger could come in at 46 because he was considered to be educationally disadvantaged. The only thing I say about zoning and affirmative action is that there must be a sunset clause. It shouldn't be open-ended. So now coming to Edo State, two things I will say. Number one, Labour Party is what the Yorubas call a sheshede, right? We are just coming to the race. You place the blame at the doorstep of PDP and APC, the two dominant parties who have continued to pay lip service to the issue of zoning. They tout it when it comes to election cycle, and they drop it when they're in power. 59% of the voting population in Edo are in Edo South, mostly Bini people. 20+% are in Edo North. Edo Central is 15%. Politics has always been a game of numbers. So when you talk of affirmative action, Rufai, there must be the necessary engagement and consensus building that must be done so that you get the dominant group to agree that it is necessary for inclusivity for this thing to go around.
Have they done it?
They haven't. Those two parties have not done it.
If they do it, would you accept to?
No, you can't start that conversation today, which brings me to my second point. Labour Party. First and foremost, you know that the three parties are not zoning. Because everybody has realized that it won't work. So, Labour Party, we have to make pragmatic, hard decisions. If we want to, Labour Party is the party that performed superlatively in Edo South in the presidential elections. We have to make some hard decisions. Are we going to leave Edo South today, where we produce one senator, two House of Reps members, one House of Assembly member, and go to Edo Central and pick a governorship candidate? It is political suicide. There's some pragmatism that has to come to the table. So you have to sit down and say, okay, the other two parties have done badly as far as zoning is concerned. When we get in, we'll set the clock. And then you say, inclusivity is part of our policy or our ideology. It must be fair and equitable. But you can't do it from the outside. You must be inside. And when you get in, you sit down and say, okay, we are not zoning. Olu Akpata is on the ticket. He's from Edo South. Mr. Lagbaja is on the ticket. He's from Edo North. Whoever, I don't want to call names, but we are all, in the Labour Party lineup, we are from all zones. Once one person wins, if it's the Edo South man, we not set the clock running and say, okay, as a party, we believe in inclusivity. So after this, the next zone will take it, right? And not just mouthing it, we'll have the conversations that are necessary. You and I know that there are states in this country where the dominant tribe, there's no conversation. It's not an issue. The dominant tribe has stayed in government house since I was a child, right? Okay. But we will lead the conversation and ensure that we work towards that.
So, you not being a man of yourself, in fact, you had to reply to this in newspaper. They said that you are here as a stooge for something, owing to the fact that you're very close to Governor Obaseki.
Yes, I've heard that.
He's your brother, isn't it?
He's my friend first, and my relative, senior relative,
so
right?
You're a relative of
Oh, absolutely. There's no, am I going to, because of politics, now deny those who are my kith and kin? Impossible. But I've heard that. So short answer to the question, so that we don't, I am not accused of dodging the question. I am not Obaseki's agent, mole, representative, or anything of any sort. So head the big person kind cap. You understand what I mean? So, in 1979, my father's elder brother, he died in Oluwafemi Akpata, was senator representing Bendel South, 79. His close cousin, Chief Tayo Akpata, was chairman of MPN. Olu Akpata represented UPN. Tayo Akpata was in MPN. They had lunch every weekend. Was one the mole of the other. It's the kind of politics that we know how to play. You agree? You agree to... No, it's very important. I'm sorry. You agree to disagree. I totally disagree with Godwin Obaseki's style of government, even if I am his friend and his relative. How can I deny the fact that I'm related to him? But I can't tell you publicly, I totally disagree. There's no empathy, there's no compassion in his style of governance. And so we are not on the same page as far as it's concerned, which is why I have gone to the Labour Party to seek to be the candidate of that party, to demonstrate to Godwin Obaseki, to the PDP, which is where he belongs today, and to the APC, where he was a couple of years ago.
All right. I appreciate you all, my people. Thank you very much. That is all in terms of videos today. Before that, I would like to say this. Governor Obaseki, if person will work with you, tele, one-on-one, you know, chewing gum to chewing gum. Now they talk and so say you get stone heart. Say your heart too wicked. In case you know interpreter well, now make me the interpreter well now. So you say you don't have compassion, you don't have passion, you don't have feelings for human beings. Now your person, they talk and so your person. And even talking to the essence say, una you not just be friends, say una be family members. So he know you tele. Say your heart, now stone heart. As they say, make we talk, and so they talk for you, so not be me talking like that. Guys, let's go on a 1 minute break. I'll come back again.
No more bad government in Nigeria. Niger what? The only media that have been consistent speaking against the bad government and for the purpose for reformers. Niger what, yo? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. The only media that have been speaking. No more bad government. The voice of the voiceless. No more bad government. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. For the poor. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what media? No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. In Nigeria. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. The only media. No more bad government. The number one media in Nigeria. No more bad government. That have been speaking against government. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what, yo? The voice of the voiceless. The voice of the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Niger what? Voice for the voiceless. Niger watch media. The only media that have been speaking against bad government. Being consistency since 1944. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. 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 Niger watch you. We have been seeing all you guys have been doing, and we recommending to everyone in Nigeria, saying that you guys are the number one. Niger what you
All right, guys. Thank you very much. We're back again. I appreciate every one of you right there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. I appreciate you all. Mother of all, Mommy Diaspora. Thank you very much, Mommy, for all you do. I appreciate you. I love you so much. Thank you very much, Oga Pansat. I can see you right there. Thank you, Martina Abbas, UTV. I can see you're with us today as well. Madam Patricia Tagwajumi, thank you very much, Madam. I appreciate you. Abu Azi, thank you very much. Appreciate every one of you right there. Madam Bella Naomi, Madam Amen Bright, thank you very much. George Blucher, I can see you right there as well. Osaze Omorodio, Metin Man, thank you. Tony South, Tony Africa, Uabo Felix, Mark Emily, and many others right there that have already showcased on the screen. God bless you all. Dr. Alexander Gomez, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thanks for your support and your presence. I appreciate every one of you right there. Guys, help us to press on the like button and help us to share as well. Now, God bless you. Now, Dr. Alexander Gomez, you've done it again. Thank you very much, sir, for always being there. Guys, help us to press that like button and let's take it from here. You know, Gedo, I can see just coming in. Thank you very much. Good evening to you. Good evening to every one of you, Madam Origin, just coming in as well. Thank you very much, Madam. Thanks for joining us. God bless you all. As you all know that we are talking about the things that are affecting us in Nigeria, we are going to continue to talk about this. The unfortunate part of it is that it's getting worse. You know, like I said, my prayer, my effort is to come on air somehow, someday, to let you guys know that, oh my God, finally Nigeria is getting better. Yes, that's my wish, because I don't really like reporting the negativism side of our country all the time. And the worst part of it is that it's not getting better, it's getting worse every single day. But what I'm going to report to you guys right now might shock some of you, even though some of you is already aware, you know, because this is part of the things that we'll be talking about on this platform. If you choose, okay, let me put this on screen, because I remember I wrote it during the time of the election. If I still have it right here, yes, I think I got it. There you go. A man could become the next victim of the evil he celebrates today. Don't defend evil because it favors you now. It could work against you the next minute. You know, I know said during the time of the election, the campaign and everything, I was showcasing this all the time, telling people to vote right and do the right thing. Because at the end of the day, if it's better, you and I will celebrate and swim in it. But if it's not better, you and I now go see suffer. But normally, you're not supposed to be you and I before. Because we wanted something good, you wanted something bad. It's supposed to be segregated. Say the bad go visit the bad people, while the good go visit the good people. But unfortunately, it's not like that. Everything that is happening right now in Nigeria is affecting everybody directly or indirectly. But meanwhile, I would like to take you guys on this here. You know, I talk about our traditionalism, our religionism and all that, our leaders, our elders. We talk about it so many times on this platform, right? I believe so. I don't hear say, though some monarch, they don't catch them and they buy them, which is very, very, very pathetic, disheartening. Nobody's happy about it. But you will soon know where I'm going to. After this article here, then I'll now show you what I'm trying to say here, or why I showcase that right up on the screen. Follow us. Press on the like button and help us to share. Let me quickly take on this.
Mr. Ellis, can I say something?
Go ahead, sir. Quickly.
Yeah, Mr. Ellis, I didn't know yesterday. I didn't watch this thing yesterday. The time you presented this thing, but today I started from afresh to because I left what I'm doing.
But you'd have let me finish my presentation now.
No, just a minute. I didn't see that Fulani threat. You didn't put it there. Don't know whether I presented yesterday.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The Fulani threat to Nigerians.
Okay, I don't know. I don't think I did. But let me present what we have today, sir.
Because Arise put it here. Arise commented about it yesterday.
Okay, can I just finish this, sir?
Okay, fine.
Thank you. All right. Suspected kidnappers killed 2 traditional rulers in Ekiti. You know, as you can see right there, suspected kidnappers have killed 2 traditional rulers in Ekiti. The Monarch were said to be returning from a security meeting in Irele, Ekiti, in vehicle being driven by one of their colleagues, the Alara of Ikole Ekiti. I might not pronounce that well, but let's move on. When they were attacked by gunmen along a community in Ikole local government area of Ekiti State on Monday. Daily Post learned that the 2 traditional rulers, the Onimojo of Imojo, Ekiti, Oba Olatunde Samuel Olushola, and the Eleson of Esun Ekiti, Oba David Babatunde Ogunsakin, were killed in the ambush, while Oba Adebayo Fatoba, the Alara of Era, oh God, all this name is just too much. Okay, I stop there. The names there's so much gallop on these names, but let's stop there. Okay, now you see, this is pathetic. Our traditional rulers been kidnapped, killed. Nobody want to take that. Nobody want to accept that. But it's happening. It's a reality of our country right now. But meanwhile, are you aware that some of these traditional rulers were the people that gathered people together to make sure their community people vote for only one person, and who that person go be must be Tinubu? Oh, you think say allegedly, right? Oh, you think say Niger was just come to, say this platform, every two they talk for you 100% fact. Most might say me, I will never present anything where I know say I not verify. Watch this video here. That's when you will get to understand what happened.
Ibi ni bàbá ìjókòó sí tó sọ pé ẹ máa tẹ APC, ẹ máa tẹ APC, ẹ máa tẹ APC. It's one in the town. Excellency, ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí. Tá mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run tún ṣírí wọn. Àmín. Ṣé mọ̀ pé àwọn tó ti kú, wọ́n ti tún kú báyìí. Ẹ wo gbogbo àwọn ọba.
Okay, before we continue with this video, let me quickly showcase what they were talking about. Black Monday in Ekiti, as two Monarch, Eluson of Eson Ekiti and Olumujo of Imo Ekiti, reportedly killed by armed bandits along Okoebo and Nenevin Road. Okay. Eyewitness reported that the Alara of Ara in Ikora local government escaped when the armed men escorted them. Okay, what these women are saying now, they were traveling, what this woman, what is happening here? I don't know. The names here is somehow. Okay, let me jump to the quote. They were traveling together. The armed men stopped them and rained bullets on them. They took their personal belongings and dragged their bodies into the bush. One eyewitness told her, I don't see me to another name, Hiroshono Udua. He said the Alara of Ara Ekiti escaped. The source said they were coming from meeting where the security people and all that. But meanwhile, now there be that, in case you don't see them, one of them will not see the face. But what this woman was saying here is that calling on Tinubu, that Tinubu, you cannot allow this to happen. This same monarch where the cash key, so he was the one that gathered all of us in the community together to make sure that we vote for you. Then, Tinubu, why are you doing this to us? Let's move on. I might not interpret it properly, but let's take it from here.
Excellency, ibi ni bàbá ìjókòó sí tó sọ pé ẹ máa tẹ APC, ẹ máa tẹ APC, ẹ máa tẹ APC. It's one in the town. Excellency, ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí. Tá mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run tún ṣírí wọn. Àmín. Ṣé mọ̀ pé àwọn tó ti kú, wọ́n ti tún kú báyìí. Ẹ wo gbogbo àwọn ọba Ìkọ̀lé local government tán jókòó. Ìgbà tó bá ti pa àwọn ọba, kí ni ti àwọn ìgbà ẹ̀? Excellency, àwọn bòróró wọn ò tiẹ̀ já gbádùn bí. Ìpakúpa náà pa àwọn èèyàn wá. Bọ́dẹ̀ mọ́ ká ṣe é ṣe fún yín lórúkọ Jésù o. Ẹ wá báyìí a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. Ẹ má fi wá lẹ̀. Ọlọ́run ò ní fi yín lẹ̀. Ibi tí bàbá ìbáṣẹ́dé máa ń díje.
Okay, guys. Now, as you all can see, where they go before, what I was trying to say before is that may their souls rest in peace. Nobody wants anybody to die in Nigeria. That is why we are advocating for something that will be beneficial to you and I in our country. But unfortunately, some people choose to do the wrong thing, telling us that we don't know what we're saying. Some of them use a parable, what the elders see sitting, even you as a child standing, you can never see it. Forgotten that this is postmodernism. In most cases, children know better than the elders these days. Yes, all those lyrics and parables that all our forefathers have been using since 1930, they still believe that it's still there. No, children know better than you now. When you speak to us, we listen. It's supposed to be vice versa. You're supposed to reciprocate and also listen to us. You cannot gather people together to vote for these satanic APC people. No, you can't do that. No, you can't. You can't. You see, unfortunately, 2 monarchs kidnapped and killed immediately. You know what that means? And I want to pass this message to other traditional rulers in Nigeria right now. Some of you might be listening, or some of your dedicated or consecrated supporters or lovers might be listening. And some of you might also say, wait till that small boy they talk, they don't know anything. We are learning. We are here to learn. But I want to let you know, if you're one of the people that have been supporting this satanic set of people that have caused the pains that we all have been facing in Nigeria, that have caused the current excruciating suffering, hardship in Nigeria, don't worry, your time will come. Yes, it doesn't matter if you're a traditional ruler. It doesn't matter if you are a religious leader. It doesn't matter if you are any kind of elders. As long as you've stood by the wrong thing must surely visit you. Yes, you can't stand, say, make the wrong thing prevail. Then when the wrong thing wants to strike, there will be striking on the innocent Nigerians. No, that cannot happen. That cannot continue to happen. If you are part of it, you should share from it. This is the situation we find ourselves in our country. We can't continue like this. I thought I should bring this here, but meanwhile, I have other articles for you guys. Let us quickly take this. Let me see if I have, we might just start talking anytime soon. One moment, my people, bear with me. Please help us to press on the like button and let's do this together. I'm just trying to, okay, yes. Atiku said Tinubu should step aside if the shoes are too big. I'm just going to take on the headline on this one quickly so we can move on. Step aside if the shoe where you wear is too big for you. As you all can see right there. Step aside if the shoes are too big. Atiku tackles Tinubu on insecurity. Atiku actually went on by saying the former vice president and People Democratic Party PDP presidential candidate in the 2023 election has taken a swipe at President Bola Tinubu. In a post on X on Tuesday, which is today, Abubakar accused Tinubu of fiddling with Nigeria in the face of worsening insecurity. The president is currently away in Paris, France, on a private visit. In a post, Abubakar asked Tinubu to step aside if the responsibility of the president's office is too big for him. He said why the president has been away, kidnappers have killed a grandmother in the nation's capital and 2 traditional rulers in Ekiti. The former vice president said the country needs 24/7 leadership to confront insecurity and address the country's ailing economy. Tinubu is playing fiddle while Nigeria is drowning in an ocean of insecurity. He posted that on X. Then he went on to imagine the commander-in-chief is on a so-called private visit while kidnappers kill a nursing mother and grandmother in Abuja for failing to pay 90 million naira ransom, and 2 monarchs in Ekiti, amongst others, regular tragedies besetting Nigerians. If the shoes are too big for Emilokan, he should step aside. Nigeria does not need another terrorist in chief. The country needs 24/7 leadership to confront the pervasive insecurity and collapsing economy. Tinubu is playing fiddle while Nigeria is drowning in the ocean of insecurity. So that is what Atiku said. That is the situation, the current situation of the country. My people, I'd like us to move on. Press on the like button and let us take it from here. I think that is all I have for you guys today. We're going to start talking right now. We're going to repost a link again. For those of you that want to join us, you have the opportunity to join this panel, and let's hear your voice. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate every one of you right there. May God bless you all. I'm going to start with callers right now, as we normally do. Let me start with Madam Origin, the chair lady of Niger Watch Media. Madam Origin, thank you very much for calling in. Good evening to you, man. Thanks for all you do. Please talk to us.
Yes, this is Madam Origin, the cheerleader for all the youths, the few, the brave, those that come and those that are ninjas, those that listen. I greet all of you, Mr. Niger Watch. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you for this civic duty that we all come every day to perform. We have made up our mind that in our time, this light will keep pushing it. As you know, I'm very, very proud of my upbringing in my village upbringing. We have this little, when you want to start a fire, you keep fanning it. Sometimes you're sweating, fanning it until the fire goes up. That's what we are doing. And God bless you all. God bless everyone that comes out every day to, keep brainstorming. Something is happening. Something is coming out of this. It is not business as usual. Like I say, I prefer to talk to my people, the ones I come out here for, because you guys are too smart for me to start, meddling with the issues of the day, because you all will deal with it appropriately. So thank you all. But I'd like to say something very quickly on, Edo people, forgive me, but this is like, it is the same, the issue with Edo and choosing who governs Edo is like is it microcosm or something? You know how they put it? It's like like this is what we are dealing with, having to choose who our leaders. Already it is compromised, because the best of Edo may not come out because they don't have the money, and they may not have a godfather. They may not have someone to sponsor them with the humongous amounts that they put into both in the rigging and in everything. So already governance in Nigeria is compromised, because the people we have right here, right now, as we are speaking, are the criminal cartels. They are at the helm of affairs. They are the ones calling the shots. So it's what it is. But we'll see. We'll see where, with all these push and all we are doing, how it can go. So this guy, Olumide Akpata, is the LP candidate. Unfortunately for him, what has happened to Nigeria don't happen to them already, because the people that, out of enthusiasm, like looking for light, looking for good people, we voted LP, gave a straight ticket to a lot. And look at them over there, the senators there, the House of Reps. They are almost like, they are like dead. You don't even hear anything. So Olumide Akpata, you are already, they don't throw you on the bus. I don't know how you're going to come out of it. A lot of things, he was quite eloquent, quite, hitting the right notes, intent. He talks about intent. He talked about, borrow for the project, budget around what you have, roads that benefit the people. Those are good points. But I hope it is not a kolelia, Mr. Olumide. I hope your heart is on what you're saying, because you have to really prove yourself. I mean, when a kolelia, let me define it, is a meaningless repetition of words spoken by another person. It is good for children. When children are doing echolalia, it's good, because that's how they learn to speak. But for an adult, it is a deceit. So hope all the points you made today, they are from your heart. It is what you want to do, but you have to really work hard and prove it to the people. Also, I like how you really talked about Obaseki, how it's cold, which is what we spoke about the other day. These people come with this, like colossus. Everyone else is a subordinate. With this lordism, you come as a lord, then everybody is a subservient. You talk to you don't even when they cry, it's like a low, it's like a goat bleating, not humans. We need the human beings. And if you are one, you have the character. They are going to, people will have to know your character, whether you're competent, whether you're credible, whether you are accountable. All those things, it has to be in you. If it is not in you, all you're saying is echolalia. I rest it there. Thank you, Mr. Niger Watch.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Origin. God bless you, man. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate every one of you. I'm going to start with the panelists right now. Thanks for those of you that just joined us right now. May God bless you all. Help us to press on the like button. Help us to share as well. I'll start with the first person on the panel today, which is Mr. Jonathan Kingsley. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us today. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Service, how are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm very good, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, greetings to everyone, all the panelists and those that are watching and those that are on the comment section. I greet everyone. I think you presented a lot today. I can't even count them, but I'll just take like 2 or 3 of them, and I will start with the last one. The 2 traditional rulers that unfortunately were by in their own state there in Ekiti. I'll start. And my comment, I'll start because I don't have much to say, even though all I will say is embedded in your quotation, the quotation that you posted earlier. So that quote is my response. That quote is my comment on that story, that sad story, that quote that you presented earlier. I will paraphrase it. The evil you support or favor today will work against you or can work against you the next moment. That says it all. That just says it all. It's loaded. It's pregnated. It's a loaded statement. So that is it. Because if one really want to slice it, there's no way you will not say something that might hurt people now because they are in a moment of pain and in a mourning state. And as much as you want to, be on their side, to respect the moment they are going through, there is no way you will not really express your anger at the same time. So it is better to just leave it for that. And that quote says it all. That's it. It just says it all. I will leave it at that. And I will come to the Labour Party candidate, governorship aspirant for now in Edo State, Olumide Akpata. See, I said yesterday, and for me, that is my test for any candidate. I don't care whether you are from Labour Party or PDP or APC. My test is the fact that you must have the ability. Once you display that openly, your ability to set yourself apart from the status quo. Anybody that can do that will go far. And for me, it's one of the reasons, and for so many of us, why we all, line up behind Mr. Peter Obi. He was not afraid. He came out boldly. He disassociated himself completely from the status quo. He doesn't give a damn. Peter Obi didn't care about anybody. 2022, 2023. He came out boldly attack the status quo on every subject, from healthcare to education to security to defense to production to the economy to the naira to crude oil. On every level, Peter Obi has a distinct idea, an idea that you can look at it side by side. You say, okay, this is it. It's not his position on every subject was not vague at all. It was clear cut difference. And for any candidate now to come out, you must be able to do that. If you cannot do that, you cannot stand out. If you cannot do that, you are changing yourself right off the bat. If you cannot do that, there is no way you can come out and convince people, especially people that can think, logical people. You can't. He doesn't want to speak about Obaseki because he can't disassociate himself from him. I believe Labour Party is better than this. That's all I will say as far as I'm concerned. And his position that he's unaware of the event or happenings in Labour Party prior to his, joining the party, to me, it wasn't well thought out at all for you to come out and say, I really don't know what happened in the party before I joined. Again, it's like you are trying to play the smart one. You can't join a party that you don't know what is going on in the party. So that wasn't well thought out at all. And it was a missed opportunity for him. He should have come out clearly, have a position. That was a very vague position. So that you don't want to hurt somebody. You just want to be clean. You want to be right there in the middle. Neither here nor there. That's the game he was playing. It was very clear. So, though he tried to talk about healthcare, family budget, and all the rest of it, and a very fantastic question came right after that. Where will you get the money? Or how will you get the money? This is the question that all of them so far cannot answer. All he says is he was still talking about public-private partnership. They don't have ideas. The IGR they are talking is all a lie. Yes, he talked about that. It's all a lie. A state will come out like Edo State that they have $15 billion IGR on a monthly basis. Where is the 15 billion naira? If you are getting 15 billion naira, 15 billion on a monthly basis, where is the 15 billion? People are not seeing it. It's all a lie. All of you rely on the money that is coming from Abuja month in, month out. That's all you are sharing. You are producing nothing. You are generating nearly nothing. So that is why when they ask you, where will you get the money from? You can't explain. You don't know. You don't have a well thought out idea or plan or strategy. So that is their problem. So far, I've not seen any candidate that will come out. You have a fantastic opportunity. First of all, the opportunity of a lifetime that you have is to first of all use the moment to render the incumbent. You render the incumbent as a failure, incompetent, lack of you must render him. That's what you stand. That's what you want to come and achieve. Render the incumbent as a failure. Render him. That's what politics is all about. You render him like a complete failure, an incompetent, incapable, CEO of the state for the last 4 or 8 years. That's your goal. That's your job as an aspirant. Because right now we don't know your candidate yet. We don't know who you are going to run with or against. We don't know yet. Right now your candidate is the incumbent. That's how you set the narrative. Render the incumbent as a failure. But because you cannot separate yourself from him, you can't do that job. You see where their problem is. It's very clear. You have the fantastic opportunity on national TV. For the first time, as far as I'm concerned, I'm seeing this guy coming out. Of course, I know the name. I've heard him before. But the first time coming out as a politician under the umbrella of the Labour Party, a fantastic opportunity for you to render Obaseki as a failure. that he cannot do anything, that he is incompetent. That's your job. Fault him on every policy he has superintended over in Edo State as much as you can. Fault him out. Then you will now say, this is what I want to do differently. But they always can't do that. That's the problem. I don't have any problem with Asio Igodalo. I don't have any problem with him, but he must do this. But that is the only way you can come out and say you want to change the state. You want to change a lot of the people of Edo State. If you are still married and embedded with the incumbent, like a cord, umbilical cord, still connected with the incumbent, you cannot separate yourself. What are you going to do differently? Of course, nothing. You must do that. So people will see the clear-cut difference. And then now when you now start talking, people will be listening. Logical people will be listening. That's how to do it. People are not stupid. That is, for me, the way the right candidate should come out. Whether it's a rubbish candidate or is a bad candidate, or they are all rubbish, all of them all together, any one of them that want to get the support of the people, that want the people to line, behind him, he must be able to dissociate himself from the incumbent as much as possible, 90% of the time. Even though you cannot say he didn't do anything, even though you cannot say that, he didn't, do anything at all, maybe you pick one or two things, but you still say you will do better. But 90% of everything he has done, you must fault him. That is why you are coming. That is why you are running. So that is the problem that I have with them. Their inability to get themselves out of the status quo. They just can't do that because why? They know they cannot win. And I was waiting to see a Labour Party candidate that will come out and do that openly. This guy is still, there's no difference. This guy is just still part of it. He's still part of it, playing the game all over the place. So for me, that is the message, for this man. If he has the opportunity to listen, this is a fantastic opportunity for you. If you can do that, well, it is yours to lose. But if you cannot do that, you have a very tough one, a very tough nut for you to crack. This governorship race, you are going nowhere. So I will leave it at that, on that, and then lastly I'll touch on the man that was interviewed. Was it on Arise or?
Please round up, sir, in 2 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, the man that and he was talking. Is it Usman Yusuf? That guy from the north. He was speaking eloquently. But the problem is that in Nigeria they like to use this big grammar. I was talking about kinetic and non-kinetic strategy to handle insecurity. I've never heard that word before in politics. Kinetic or non-kinetic. That's the problem we have in Nigeria. All this big grammar. America was in Afghanistan for 2 decades. In fact, 2 decades. They are faced with insurgency day in, day out. Bombing, suicide bombing, and coming into their barracks in Afghanistan, bombing them up. And I never hear that word, kinetic or non-kinetic. It is only in Nigeria you'll be hearing those big grammar and nothing is being done. Because they want to deceive the people. So, Mr. Elvis, I think I will leave it. I will leave it at that for now, and I will talk on the 900 million that was swallowed in 3 months. Transferred to private accounts. I think if I have the opportunity, I will dwell on that. For now, I will leave it at that for now. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis, and thanks to everyone.
Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, everyone right there. Please, Madam Luke, please talk to us. Good evening to you, man. Thanks for joining us today. God bless you.
Good evening, Sir Elvis. How are you doing today?
I'm very good, man. Thank you very much.
Good. Hello, Niger Watch family, members, Mommy Diaspora, members of the panel. the commentators and the esteemed moderators with their spanner that keep the platform sane. Thank you very much, and God bless you all. Boy, you have a lot to talk about today. More of the same, but in a different perspective. You started with your core waves, CV, insecurity, banditry, the hallmark of the APC government. Now, I'm not going to say it didn't happen in the PDP government, but like I said, anything that happens in APC is 10 times worse, exponentially, because they just don't have any clue, and it's all about them. You started Arise TV, Yusuf Usman. I always look forward to hearing what this man has to say. Even with his big grammar and all, he is very, very educated, very enlightened about what's going on in the country. And he did say something that the governors are not capable of handling insurgency. And there is no amount of vigilante groups that you can put in place that will fight banditry. He says the military is overstretched and that there is no way the military can combat banditry. So, what does that tell you? All hope is lost. There is no saving grace to this. He also talked about moving key areas of the government to Lagos. We all know it's nepotistic. Buhari did the same. And he admitted that Tinubu is doing the same. You cannot say you're moving things to ease congestion. One place is congested, you're moving to a more congested area. We all know he's testing the waters to complete and perfect his state capture. We all know that. And Mr. Yusuf pointed that out eloquently. There is no difference, and he said it. There is no difference between Buhari and Tinubu's administration. They all exist in a continuum. So anybody saying Buhari was better, Tinubu is the same party. So people should stop that. How can everybody say Buhari was better than Tinubu and Tinubu was better when they're all one and the same? He also said that militarization of the military will help because, like I said, the military cannot fight insecurity. Obi's visit to Oyo State and Makinde's gaffe are poking his fingers in Atiku's eyes. When Atiku made his comment on his Twitter page, took condolence with the Oyo people, where was he? Did he make any response? Like Rufai rightly said, why should Atiku reach out to him? Why can't he reach out to Atiku if he still respects him? But he's just trying to play politics, and we all know that. So I like the way Atiku is handling it through his spokesman, Paul Ibe. So if the submissions by Atiku through his X page is not good enough, then Makinde can sit in his house and mind his business. Right now, the Jews have no dealing with the Gentile. They might be on PDP, but there are different factions of PDP, and Makinde and Atiku are not in the same camp. So let's cut that charade, sharp. The movement of public funds in 3 months, 900 million. What do you expect? They're not calling that where do we have the auditor generals, where do we have the accountant generals? And Rufai pointed out nicely that these are the people that are even committing more crime. So as a result of that, they're not in a position to apprehend anybody or call anybody to question, because the biggest culprits are the accountant general and the auditor general, who have been rendered useless by the corrupt practices which they have put in place. Now, coming to Edo State, the elephant in the room. Madam Origin summoned this all in one sentence. No good person can come out and pick a form to run for Edo State governorship. It's not going to happen. What you're going to have are a bunch of crooks that you're going to pick from. Good people don't run for government. Obi is only a template where nobody can feed those shoes. And Olumide Akpata is talking about being a Labour Party person. Yeah, he's a Labour Party person. And like Sir Jonathan said, all roads lead to Obaseki, whether we like it or not. Is it Shoaibu? Is it Igodalo? Is it Olumide Akpata? Is it the other one, Clemagba? So you see, whether we like it or not, all roads lead to Obaseki. You must choose one of those stooges. So I don't need to wait for the campaign to come in and let me hear. They've all shown themselves and we all know what they stand for. So what do you think is going to happen when they start campaigning or finish the primaries? We all know who they are. They are all part of Obasanjo's government or Oshomale's government by extension. So what are you going to expect? So they can talk from here to tomorrow. Peter Obi is a difference of all. Nobody, senatorial, except maybe Alex Otian, we are watching to make sure he continues on that path. It is very difficult to fill Obi's shoes because he's truly a man of the people. But all we have at LP politics is stomach infrastructure. And like he said, everywhere has been infiltrated in Labour Party. What do you want Olumide Akpata to say? Of course, he gave the wisest answer that whatever is happening in Labour Party got nothing to do with him before he got there, and it's the truth. Even when Peter Obi got there, he didn't know what was going on in Labour Party. He has never even seen a papa. So you need to focus on what is important and let the internal workings of the party deal with themselves. If they can't do that, then that's just unfortunate. So we're not talking about roads and all that stuff. Back to the roads matter again. Biscuit roads and helicopter government. Where the government cannot even pass the roads. They have to use helicopter to go wherever they're going. And on a final note, back to our tribalistic Edo State. Now, guess what? We have Olu Akpata. We have Clem Igadalo. We have Clem Agba. Now, we are doing rotational. See, they're not calling him a Lagos lawyer. This is a Benin man. They're calling him a Lagos lawyer. So now they're looking for a homeboy. The homeboy that is Shoaibu. Oh, it's not good enough. So you see, there is no standard that we can hold by in that Edo State. Coming to the Ekiti Monarchs, like you said, these are the same people that said that they would drink our tears for 8 years. Now, who is crying? Turn by turn, it will reach everybody turn. Sympathies to their family because these are people's family and relatives. The kidnapping and the banditry will continue because Nigeria has been captured, not only politically, but militarily. We don't have a military. We do not have a military. We do not have a police force. So DSS orders are just smokescreen. We will keep suffering. Atiku says Tinubu should step aside. Is that not what the whole country is saying? We all know he cannot rule. Is he going to step aside? No, he's not. So we're going to keep fighting until we see where this whole contraption is going to go bust. Thank you, my people.
All right. Thank you very much, Madam Luke. I appreciate you. Thank you very much for your submission. I appreciate every one of you right there. Before we move on to the next person, let me pick up some call. It looks like somebody were calling in earlier on. Okay. Nobody's here anymore. Okay, Mr. F.A., you were calling in. Let me quickly call you back quickly. Let me take about 1 or 2 calls right now before I come back to you guys. Mr. F.A., thanks very much. You calling. I'm returning your call. Please talk to us. Good evening to you, sir.
Good evening, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, please talk to us, sir. Thank you.
Well done, sir. May God bless you, my brother. Well, first and foremost, all those our traditional ruler that they just passed away, may they have so rest in peace. Sir, you know, one thing I want to pray for you. I will continue praying for you because now you be. You know,
thank you.
You understand? For long now, you have been here and also with me and the good analysts here. They are with us. We have been crying. People think maybe we are joking. We don't know what we are doing. We live in Western world. We are just there enjoying it because they think we don't know what we are doing. But now, you see this rain, Niger watch. Now everybody the rain will beat. Because they say papa they see if small picking. But now those small picking don't see why they make this parable is that you are not suffering or suffering.
Suffering, yeah.
For you to stood up, stand for your country. Some people may be thinking you don't know what you are doing or you are just there for one or two things. No. Me personally, when they talk to you, so I know they follow media presenter, but I don't study you, say, man, you be right person, and you are very genuine, you are legit. That is why they follow you. You see, the waiting with the fight for year for long. It never they happen. You know they happen now. See Nigeria, everywhere is messed up. To go Nigeria and everybody they fear. We don't suffer, God don't still bless us. To go Nigeria and a problem. You understand? Not be lie, bro. So you see now, this man, this AK Jagaban, make he just resign. Make he resign. They say give what belongs to Caesar, give what belongs to Christ. That seat is not belong to you. Let's be honest to ourselves. Let's say the truth. You understand? But this man said, no, I want the president. You see now? So may their soul rest in perfect peace. Because I know how they pain. See all those women now. For this digital era, first he go see tell you say, come vote for the wrong person. That woman just I they look at. You first carry your two legs, go vote for the wrong person. But today now, who they suffer? So sir,
but you know feel blame the woman, and now their king say they must vote for Tinubu APC. So you know say for every state, everybody they respect their king. Now I be no know.
Yeah, sir. Yes, if everybody they respect their king, that one a clear matter. But sometimes you need to sit down, say, Baba, Daddy, you know this man, you know genuine. You know, if you do anything, this man is old. You know. This
Might tell you, my brother. Wait till they talk. So now, wait till you will feel discuss with your biological father for inside house. Nobody they feel question kings now. How many people?
Yeah, that one are clear.
So
King still get a cabinet. You know, like the way you are there now with your panelists. You know. They still okay. Those people don't know. Say Nigeria is going down. You know, okay. I don't know what they happen for our country. You understand? Those people.
My brother. Many of them know. They know, but they are doing it because of what they can gain.
You see?
They are not doing it because of you.
Yes.
Thank you.
You see, this is the repercussion. You know. So now, you know, according to my principal. Peter Obi, he said Nigeria is just this satanic film. You remember this film? Now we don't need to deceive ourselves. This is the era Nigeria. Now where Nigeria find themselves now.
Okay, thank you, my brother.
Stood up. So,
thank you.
Sir, I put the money for these organic people. I put 50K to support them.
Now, God bless you. God bless you, my brother.
I don't send you receipt now.
Okay.
They take back cold beer. And they support good beer, not be evil.
God bless you.
I live in Western world. I know what I don't benefit for here. Government they support people for here. We know they lack. You understand?
Thank you, my brother. Now God bless you. Thank you so much.
Well done,
thank you. Yeah, God bless you. All right, let me quickly take another call here. Thank you very much, sir, for calling in. Good evening to you, sir. Please talk to us.
Good evening, Mr. Niger.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, everybody in panel. Mr. Niger, God bless you and God bless you again.
Amen.
Continue your good work because you are doing nice work and that job. Everywhere they are hearing your words every day. From north, they are hearing you. From southwest, they are hearing you. From southeast, they are hearing you. Every part of Nigeria are hearing your word every day. You come out every day, you think they are not hearing you, they are hearing you all over Nigeria. And we appreciate you. And I want to tell you again, don't give up. People who abuse you, people appreciate you. Don't look into those people who abuse you.
Thank you, sir.
They want to demolish you. Don't listen to them. Look at those who are praising you. They are encouraging you to go ahead. Don't give up. Mr. Jawad, God bless you and God bless your family. Please, I'm not in good mood because I'm not feeling fine, but let me stop here. God will continue to bless you and bless your family for me.
God bless you, sir. I wish
Thank
you
you.
quick recovery. God bless you. I appreciate you. All right, guys. I'd like us to move on. I appreciate every one of you. Let's move on. Let me call on the next person to speak to us. Madam Patricia, please, I would like you to talk to us. Good evening to you, ma. If you're available, though.
Good evening, Mr. Evans.
Okay, thank you.
Please, I'm not available at the moment.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, let me come back to you. Okay. Mr. Consign, thank you very much, sir, for your time with us. I'd like you to talk to us. Good evening to you once again.
Good evening, Mr. Evans.
Yes, sir.
You see, people like you too much, oh. Maybe say they'll go give you president of Nigeria. Or you don't, I don't know.
Thank you.
Good evening, not the whole panelists. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are abiding. Mr. Evans, I don't know because I wanted to read this. You say you don't know. I didn't know whether you saw this. You know, this Fulani nationalist movement or
Yeah, you can read it from there. You can read it from there. That's fine.
Okay, I will read it, but you have to give me time also to talk my own.
And
Statement by Fulani nationalist movement on national issues. On the arrest of Fulani leader and our last warnings, we hereby reintegrate our demand for the immediate release of the President Mietiala Kauta Hore Bello Badejo. Release Badejo or the government will have itself to blame. We hereby give 72 hours notice. Failure to release him, the Nigerian government will hear from us. Post-election imminent crisis, we have deliberately been silent for obvious reasons, chief of which was the intervention of our elders before the 2023 elections. Unfortunately, the elders gave us false promises that they would hand over the presidential seat to someone who can protect the Fulani interests, but they never did. Even after the February election, we were assured that power will not be shifted, but they have done that, which they promised never to do. We are aware of the efforts, but the anti-Fulano forces prevailed. Number 3, inevitably, jihad, it is now obvious we have no other option than to relaunch our campaign, which we have started in earnest. Henceforth, the Nigerian government will hear from us in every town, every village, every city, every community in the South and the Middle Belt. Our campaign will be swift and decisive, and nobody will be able to help Nigeria. The Fulani can never have a country where they are second-class citizens. That is unacceptable. The arrest of any Fulani man in connection with the jihad is a crime against our collective interest. We want the Nigerian government not to make the mistake of arresting any Fulani leader or person, never again. We are watching the actions of the government in relation to the explosion in Ibadan. If any Fulani man is arrested, be assured that our responses will be total, ruthless, and immediate. Number 5, we call on all our Fulani brothers, take the war into the enemy territory, in Plateau, in Enugu, in Lagos, in Ibadan, in Port Harcourt, Makurdi, until the infidel government are brought down. Our current effort in Plateau will not cease until the infidels are suppressed and jihad glad is installed in every part of Nigeria to the glory of our father, Uthman Dan Fodio. Expect more bombings in every public places across the South, Middle Belt, and Abuja for the month of February 2024. From the Fulani group, for 2024, we call on the Fulani people to vacate Plateau. Okay, sign. Alaji Omar Ahmed Shehu Badu Salisu Ahmed, January 24, 2024. I hope everybody heard it. It was yesterday in Arise News.
Which the Arise now carry that news,
Arise,
right?
it was trending. Even Ojo, they made it yesterday. I am surprised you didn't show it. It was in Arise yesterday. Ojo and the other man, the lady, they discussed about it. You see.
Okay, that article, can you forward it to me, please?
I forwarded it, but I will still forward it again now to you. Let me also forward it again. When I finish it, I'll forward it again to you.
Okay, go ahead. I will bring it on screen now to
I forwarded it to you yesterday. So this thing, you see, my brother, you see, all of us, we want one Nigeria. All of us love Nigeria. But is this way we are going to go about Nigeria? That is the problem. I believe myself, for me to be one Nigeria or not one Nigeria, it's only when we come together and sit down and talk. But if not, we all just we are making a mistake. These people believe that they own on Nigeria. Now I want to come to what that man they interviewed in Arise, that Fulani man, that Shehu, you see for what? The man is a hypocrite. I'm telling the truth. Because even when Buhari was there, they never arrested, they were not arresting Fulanis. Instead, they were those that buy people, those terrorists, they were giving them jollof rice, giving them clothes, giving them shoes, giving them nice cars, making some traditional rulers, emirs in the north. I remember one that was placed about 5 million booty on him in Katsina State. They were looking for him because he paid many people. What happened? Later, they can't give him chieftaincy title. And the police were there. Those who were looking for, who placed booty on him, were looking for him. But they were there when the man was being crowned and nothing happened to him. They didn't arrest him. This is somebody that paid many people. You see. So that man coming to talk all those nonsense he was talking. Buhari was only saying he will show the East. He will show the East, not to his people. He never did anything to the Fulanis. So that man coming out to say the have been killing them. Nobody was killing them. They know, he knows what he knows. That is that hypocrisy. The military were arresting other people, but not those people from there. You see. These people believe that they own Nigeria. These people believe that nothing can happen to them. That's why they are doing all the whole things, all the whole evil that are committed in Nigeria. Let me come to this man, the governor of Oyo State. I will not blame Atiku. I will not blame him. Since he was already written this into to condolences to the people of Oyo State. But I want that man. That man, when I see that man, it makes me angry. Because that governor is a handsome man. He's an educated man. He's the man that people of Oyo or even the Yoruba people supposed to looking onto as a man that can drive them very well. But what happened? You don't like your party? Okay, let's say you don't like your party. But why did you, instead of say support LP, where you see a better candidate, instead you say support APC? How you Mr. Avis, you now, you are married. You chase you chase your wife away. Instead of you getting a better one, a better woman, instead you get the worst one. How can somebody look at you? That man, that Tinubu that he said your people should support, Tinubu and the Obi, who has the better resume? That's the problem. Who is the better person to rule Nigeria? If you want good thing for the country, you don't look at tribe. You don't go up to your tribe. You say, my people, look at the better person I know that can help Nigeria to grow. Instead, you go to look for somebody who are better. That man 100 times is better than Tinubu. That governor of Oyo State is better than Tinubu 100 times. But he said people to vote for Tinubu. So today, you see what is happening. And with the word, this word that what the Fulani said about what happened in Ibadan, I think they're complicit. The Fulanis they know what happened in Ibadan. That's why they said if anybody arrested any man from any Fulani, they will not they will destroy everywhere. So then today, even I heard that somebody sent me a message that today there was a kidnap in Ekiti. Students were kidnapped. School children were kidnapped. I've not confirmed very well but the person sent me a message that the people were kidnapped, students were kidnapped today in Ekiti State. On the issue of school children kidnapped. Okay. So what I'm saying in effect is this: the country has become what it is. Now the president, I think that man he ran away. Not that he ran away, he not come back to the country, but he's sick. That's why he went to France. But again, also, because when these people make this threat, is the day he ran away, he left the country. So maybe he knows why he left and nobody knows. But let people, everybody, make sure that why we come here to talk, it's not that we have to talk every day. It's not because of our people in Nigeria. If not because of our people in Nigeria, we cannot be coming here to talk and shout. I think the hatred these people, this political class have on the Igbos is because Igbos don't have Muslims. That is why there are no Muslims in Igbo land. That's why everything the Igbos are hating. They say Igbos may have a coup in 1966, made a coup in 1966. Okay, let's agree it's the Igbos. How many coups have the house had made? All the coups in Nigeria, they have been the one planning it and executing it. But nobody have hated them. Nobody. They still believe that they honor the country. They can do whatever they want in the country, and nobody can do anything to them. How can a tribe threaten all the whole country? How many tribes we have in Nigeria? More than 320 tribes, and one tribe is threatening everybody. And today, I've not seen the DSS have not come out and say anything about this. This is in the national media, but DSS have not come out to. If this was an Igbo man or a Edo man or somebody from Calabar or somebody from Yoruba land make this threat, if it's a group that make this threat, they're supposed to be arrested everywhere. But the people have not arrested one single person. Whether they have released that Mietiala man, I don't know whether they have released him. Maybe they have secretly released him. But that is where the country is today. The country is going down by the minutes, and nothing is being done. The country is in crisis, not small crisis. The country is in deep crisis. For the Edo election, I said I don't know much about, but for me, let everybody hold on until they bring out the candidates. Let them make their primaries and let the 3 or 4 major candidates that will come, so that we know who to support. Anyone that have good heart, anyone that have good resume, we can support that person. But for now, talking about the Edo election and so on and so forth, since they have not made any primaries, I don't think it will help anything. Because until when they make the primaries, even though we know that the whole place is a criminal enterprise, but at least one person may be good, where we can support. That's where I rest my destiny for now. The country, let everybody, it's not about praying, but whatever anybody can do, yeah. That's where I rest my destiny for now. Thank you.
Thank you.
You can put me in the backstage because I have to do my business now. I have to
Okay,
put me in
sir.
the backstage. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. All right, guys. I appreciate every one of you for your time with us. Thank you. Love of God is my strength. Thank you very much, madam, for the super chat. God bless you. It's good to hear from you. I was asking of you the other day, it's good to hear from you. Thank you very much for joining us today. God bless you. Guys, press on the like button and help us to share. Let me call on Black Panther, then I'll come to Engineer Francis. Black Panther, good evening to you, sir. Please talk to us.
Mr. Najawash, I'm outside. I'm shopping. I'll be talking.
Okay. Is it noisy there?
Not too noisy.
But are you going to be shouting inside the supermarket?
No, I'm not shouting. I'm in one corner there.
You know, say you like to shout now.
I know they not do anything. I'm a right to shout.
Okay, talk to us. Thank you, sir.
They go just they watch me, they walk out, they go. I want to thank you, Mr. Najawash. I thank everybody that has spoken eloquently well. And the picture is beginning to get clearer and clearer for everybody to know. I want to thank also the commenters and the viewers watching us. I want to thank you all for doing the best, great job for your fatherland. And I want to say something here, first and foremost, on Etiala. The statement, the paper our brother just read now has clearly shown it to us that Etiala has a grand plan. And the grand plan is to take down all the infidel, which is quite clearer now. But when we were saying it, People thought we were talking because we hate somebody. We don't hate somebody. We love everybody. Everybody has the right to come into Nigeria in a legal way and aspire to be a Nigerian. There's nothing bad about it. That's the way the world is, and that's the way the world is programmed. Migration cannot be stopped. Migration is done at the benefit of your country or what kind of policy your country has. You know, it benefits every country. So we should go against it. But the problem we have is that when it comes down to a certain kind, a tribe want to, gain superiority over another tribe, that is where the problem lies. You see, I think that man is a doctor, a professor, the other guy my brother from the north who spoke. He spoke concerning the terrorists, and he spoke as far as he can speak. He spoke where his knowledge can reach. So every man has his own limitation to where it depend on what you loaded into your being. That is what you give out. What he loaded into his being, that is what he's giving out. So he's not an authority, neither is any of us authority in that field. But there's one thing we should know: the terrorist cannot be brought to the round table because their mindset is destructive. They are not meant to sit on the round table. We can argue that to an extent. We can bring fact for us to see. They call you infidel. The reason why they call you infidel is because of their religious, background, how they are taught, which I believe is wrong. But it's the same thing happening in the Christendom. Everybody have from different group, but we are worshiping one God, but have different kind of mindset that is being created by their own scripture itself. So I want to say here that it is quite clear for you or to us all that you cannot, and I believe you cannot solve the terrorist problem sitting on the round table with the terrorists. You cannot quench it, but you can tactically go after their finance and go after the top ones. Then the small ones will run astray and they will be incapable of doing such damages they want to do again. That is the way it works, and that is the way they die off. And Nigeria should learn how to now talk on how we're going to curtail excess of religious bigotry in the country. Nigeria need to set a law that will curtail excess religious bigotry and the way they go about inciting and the way they go about indoctrinating people into destructive, tendency, into destructive mindset that they cannot be retrieved. But all you need to do is just to take them down. So that one is aside. I've been going around, trying to exercise my own right in trying to find out the candidates of the PDP or the candidate that are aspiring. Akpata is a candidate aspiring. I respect him. I think Akpata was the former MBA, Nigeria MBA Bar Association president. He stepped down after his tenure. He did very well, but that does not mean he's going to do fine in the presidential, in the gubernatorial election, because I see him as a pawn. I'm still looking at him as a pawn until he will prove me right, because there's so many things that I'm going to do on my own myself. I'll investigate, I'll think about it, I'll take his past record, merge it together to find a conclusion. We are watching them until they go through their primaries. But PDP has good candidates. PDP has good candidates. They have 10 candidates. 10 candidates. They have former local government chairman. The majority of their candidate comes from the place I believe we are presuming the governor should come from. They have good candidates. They have former ambassador to Switzerland is there. Former councillor, chairman to a local government is there. And then former advisor, and even one of the members that created PDP is running too. So they have candidates that are coming that we can really try to let them speak. Let us see their mind, because what they speak, from their content of what they speak, we can take something out and be able to pre-assume that this person on the APC side, they have candidates, but their candidates are not, to my own view, they are not credible because of their past antecedent, because of their party policy, and because what they have governed in the past, how they have governed. They've not done well, they've all failed. So on that part, I'm not going to sit on APC, but I'm going to monitor PDP and Labour and other party. Akpata might not take Labour Party ticket, but Akpata is there to contest. I believe other contestants are there, but I wouldn't judge anybody now. But I want to see them go through the primaries and they come out and let us see how smoky they are. There's one thing again I want to say. There was a question that was raised that they asked Akpata concerning the Labour Party, how the party is being run by the present chairman. Like I said before, what I said before was to try to save him, but it did not yield to my advice. Now, it is going to be used against him. Anything is going to be used against him, even in the future, if you want to contest. Where are the money? How was the money disbursed that was given to you by private partnership, private sector? How did you disperse the money given to you during the presidential election? You have not come out with a white blueprint. You have not spoken to your people that are members of a party. You are not even spoken. You have not spoken to those that love your party, but they are not members because they put in their effort, put in their money. You have not been able to come out to tell them and do the needful. This is a general thing that is generally done worldwide. You have to bring out your record. You have to tell them how you did this. You have to play it down so that when you forge out with a clean mind. And when you even have a prospect of coming back, they will say, yes, this is a credible chairman. But so to me, I have spoken it because I knew where it's going to. I knew what it's going to. And I pray, because of this record, he does not go the other way and choose and impose the wrong candidate for Labour Party. Because that's what is being done now. He's not ready to listen to anybody. When you talk, he goes the other way. He told us that, oh, the party senators and House of Rep, they're having court case. For how long? Is court case is it now a right or a symbol to tell me that you cannot speak when things are going down in your country? Is it something that would deter you not to speak? It now boils down to the credibility of people that we are taking in as chairman of a political party. We have to look at their pedigree. We have to look at them. We should not look. I'm beginning to not to be accepting lawyers into my environment. I'm beginning to think like that because they've not proven to me that they are ethical. They've not proven to me that they can uphold the rule of law. They can uphold the rights. They can uphold even good governance. They've not proven to me because all of them that I'm seeing, they are failing. Corruption. Disguising, pretending when they get there, they will start doing wrong. They'll start doing what they are preached against. They'll start being silent when the good people are being down. How can a lawyer be silent when your constitution is being torn apart? Abuja is now a state, a quote and unquote, but not a state according to the constitution. So we should now sit down. As we hear the doctor said, we have to come together. If we don't come together, we'll continue to go down. But I've been saying this: if you plant coconut, if you plant a grain into the soil, the grain will decay before it starts growing up. That's so I make it as a reference to the Nigeria atmosphere. So Nigeria will deteriorate to a level where it will be smelling. Then everybody will now be talking with one voice. Let us come together, sit down, and look if we can be. If we cannot be, then how do we go? Let us go on referendum if we want to go our separate way. It is simple and plain, and it is not evil. Neither will it take anything out of anybody. but we will still be among ourselves, and we can still come together. East and West Germany did the same thing. After a long time of separation, they did a wall that separated them, the Berlin Wall, and after long suffering, after long deliberation, they came together as one union, and now they are prospering. That is the same thing. We can also make a replica of it. We have to know the potential we have then we can now speak. That is what we should be doing. That is what we should do. If we cannot sit down and talk, if they keep on refusing us not to talk, then the jamboree continues, kidnapping continues. Because when we say we need state police, some people came here to shout on us and say, Nigeria is not right. It's not right. It is not right now. It is not right now. It's hitting to our nose. It's hitting our eyes, removing our eyeballs now. We are now seeing it. State police people say no, the federal police is good. Look at it now. Look at it. Nobody can equal it. Nobody can give information. Everybody is backbiting. Nobody can go somewhere to say, oh, this is, nobody can block them. We have a lot of things. I will speak on security. My next, I'll go to speak on security, how they can counter terrorism in Nigeria. It's very simple. I'll speak on it. I'll deliberate on it. I'll go deep into it so that we can know that these people, it is masterminded to see us down. Thank you, Nigeria Watch.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. Yeah, you speak on that on the second, the final submission. God bless you, my brother. Appreciate you. Thank you very much, my people. Please help us to press on that like button. Help us to share. Appreciate you all. Engineer Francis, it's good to have you on the panel, sir. Good evening to you. Please talk to us. 8 minutes.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you guys for keeping the candle burning.
Thank you, sir.
Major General Onyema Nwachukwu, I've not mentioned your name since because I've been holding for you to give us update. But it looks like you guys are trying to sweep Ruth Ogunleye under the rug. You are the one handling the investigation of Colonel Abdul Karim, Colonel Ogur, and Brigadier General Salibo. Up till now, we have not heard of their arrests. They committed the equivalent of war crime on one of our own soldiers. You are the Major General handling it. Please, if it's just to please us, arrest them first, please. I don't see your excuse for arresting Ruth Ogunleye is that she did not exhaust all the avenues available where she should have filed all these things. But let me speak to you in broken. When you see the one way senior bishop, you go still kneel down to pray. You go jump up and run. That girl saw the one way senior bishop. That is why she decided that she cannot die in silence. And she yelled out for the people that she swore to protect to come and help her. So, or if your procedure is of sort that when somebody files that kind of complaint against a senior officer, the MP, the military police that she filed those things with, should have seen that this is a serious issue and told her to go ahead and sit down, and they will be the ones that will escalate it to wherever it's supposed to be. However she does it, she was seeking justice. That is not enough to court-martial her and then leave those colonels out there to be tampering with the witnesses, because I can bet you by now they must have threatened a bunch of the people they know that will say something. That's what they are doing. Are you also involved in trying to do that cover-up? And probably you guys will go to her father, because she said when she told her dad went and met Colonel Abdul Karim. And after talking with Colonel Abdul Karim, her dad told her that he told him to tell her to just obey the last command. Obey the last command? Major General Onyema Nwachukwu, please do your job. Please let the chips fall where they may. All this cover up and stuff. No, justice is now being delayed and it will be denied. We are not going to relent on this. Thank you. Now, let me get to the issue of Akpata. Unfortunately, Mr. Akpata, the best thing I think you can do is ride on your own cloak. Stop throwing in P2B. Oh, this is P2B's party. Oh, I'm P2B's boy. No, you are not. You are Obaseki's boy. So if you lose, go to your cousin Obaseki and say, brother, now you caused me to lose this thing. Oh. But there is no need going to mess up the Labour Party. Don't even think you can appeal on the love people have for Obi and try to bring it into this one. You are not Peter Obi. So please ride on your own. Now, let me get back again to something I had been mentioning, and I don't think that we have grabbed it very well. And that is this issue of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. In fact, there was some time during Bill Clinton's years when he was seriously bent on trying to get the PLO and the Israel and everybody peace. That time, Madeleine Albright, his Secretary of State at that time, was engaged in what we call shuttle diplomacy, because she was shuttling between Washington, D.C. and Middle East. It's like she will come back to D.C. tonight, and the next morning she's on the plane again, going back to Middle East. She was just going and coming. That, well, it was called shuttle diplomacy because of the importance of the mission. And under Obama, Hillary Clinton did the same thing too with the Middle East, shuttle diplomacy. So, Yusuf, Maitama Yusuf, you are the Minister of External Affairs. And Honorable Adebayo Adelabu, you are the Minister of Power. I am yet to see you guys do that shuttle diplomacy to Niger. Do not let this thing that is looming fall on Nigeria. If Niger with Burkina Faso and Mali, well, they are coming up. They have pulled out of ECOWAS and they are still working on things, and their financial ministers are meeting and ironing out the edges of unifying their currency and pulling out of the CFA. And then part of what they are hammering on is that to provide power for those three countries, that a dam will be built on River Niger. And you know it, and I know it, that we are the first people that violated that treaty. We violated it when Tinubu acted out of impulse and went ahead and cut off the electricity to Niger on the grounds of returning Bazoum. You, as a statesman, should be able to walk and chew gum at the same time. Russia and the US are not friends today. In fact, they are fighting proxy wars in Ukraine and now coming to the Middle East. But Russia and the US still have that space station. In that space station, it's Russian astronauts I mean, cosmonauts and the U.S. astronauts in that state, that place, they are working and chewing gum. They hate each other, but they can still work on something that is common to them. So I do not understand why, because you're angry that they took out your man on a coup, for that reason, you make your whole country suffer this heart attack that's about to come. And that heart attack is once they build on River Niger, that will cut the water that's coming through the River Niger in Nigeria into half at least. And do you know what that does? All those industries, all those small communities in Nigeria, starting from, is it Farankaya, all the way, even going past Kainji, all the way to the Niger Delta, their water will be almost cut down in more than half. What will that happen? Cause the fishing industry, all those other agricultural areas from all those villages and all those areas down, they will suffer. And then Kainji itself, okay, for instance, is supposed to be running on 12 turbines, but it's been running on 8 for ever since I can even think of. And those 8 turbines are not even producing enough energy. Now, imagine when it's running on 4. So we are facing some serious problems. And Tinubu, yeah, he's senile, I understand. He's old. So his mind is not as sharp. But how many times have you guys sat him down to tell him, look beyond your nose and see what is going to happen ahead? And you ministers, how many times have you gotten on the airplane and gone to Niger to talk to them and apologize on behalf of Tinubu for cutting off their electricity? Even as we speak, you have not turned it on. Have they all passed away? No. They are waxing stronger. And you guys are acting as if, oh, nothing is happening. Yes, of course, nothing is happening right now. But once they start that construction, we will notice something is happening. Is that the time you will now go to them and say, hey, you know, you're my friend. Come on, man. No. This is the time for you guys to be serious about reconciling with Niger and even get more engaged with Burkina Faso, Mali, and let them do what they want to do, but move this Niger construction away from their discussion. Please, I know you serve at the pleasure of the president, but is it not better for you to be sacked because you stood for something that you know will benefit the country? What you guys are doing, I don't understand. But please, however you do it, do it. This is not the time for anybody to be sitting down in that you're sharing formula to be sharing money and stuff. No. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Engineer Francis. Thanks for your submission. Okay, let us quickly hear from the next person, Mr. Oduwa. Thank you, sir, for joining us today. Good evening to you, sir. Let's talk to us. You have 8 minutes.
Good evening, Mr. Niger Watch. Good evening, everyone, all the panelists.
Thank you, sir.
I just came in, so I could not even know what is this discussion, except only the topic I found here. Well,
okay, that topic there, and let me play this 1-minute video on the Labour Party governorship candidate aspirant in Edo State. 1 minute, so that you can tally it with the topic that is already on the screen. Thank you, sir.
to disagree. I totally disagree with Godwin Obaseki's style of government, even if I am his friend and his relative. How can I deny the fact that I'm related to him? But I can't tell you publicly, I totally disagree. There's no empathy, there's no compassion in his style of governance. And so we are not on the same page as far as it's concerned, which is why I have gone to the Labour Party to seek to be the candidate of that party, to demonstrate to Godwin Obaseki, to the PDP, which is where he belongs today, and to the APC, where he was a couple of years ago, that they have gotten it totally wrong. So, you know, I can scream until I am blue in the face. People will believe what they want to believe. But by their fruits you shall know them. You know what I mean? By my actions, by my utterances, I totally disagree. I think you go and do a vox pop. Go to Benin. As far as... I want to ask you one question.
Okay,
sorry.
we're out of time now.
One question.
Yes, just one question.
One question. Why is it such a problem to even be labeled as an Obaseki agent? Biden was too eager to embrace Obama. If you go to Kigali today, any political aspirant will be very eager to embrace Paul Kagame. In Edo State, every bar, every market you go to, they say to you, why vote in Obaseki Ogieri? What does that mean? Don't vote for him. Obaseki sent him. Why is the touch of Obaseki leprous?
All right.
Why?
Thank you so much, Mr. Olumide Akpata, for your time this morning.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Oduwa. Please talk to us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank everyone. You know, as one of the judges in Nigeria, I believe he was even among the head, if I'm not mistaken, this Olumide Akpata. In judiciary, a man who wants to become a governor of a state would have showed an example when he was the head of law, because I believe his position then was the highest to make things right in the country. But he could not do it. It is the state he wants to come and make things right. So he wants us to believe in him. Anyway, although he donated a book, I think book to some students, to some people the other day, because we know when they want to come to loot our treasury, they always want to show themselves once. Because since Olumide Akpata have been a lawyer or a judge, whatever in positions, we have never heard him donating something in Edo State, except I think last year when he knew that he have made this plan, putting himself before the light. So he has to do that so that people will say, this man, there is nothing good is coming out of this place. It's only funny that the money that we are paying him when he was a lawyer or a judge, that money is not enough for him. So let him come and loot where Obaseki stop. So that is just his action. And he said he has studied and whatever, he now went to Labour Party. Is the only Labour Party is in the state? Why did he not go to AAC? Why did he not go to LP? Why did he not go to AAD or whatever the party? Why is he in LP? Why is he in Labour Party? So for this is not, we don't really, in Edo we said Ayamina Koka. That means these one words are not even relevant to us, because he will have shown whatever he want to do. He will have do them when he was the chief judge, or I forgot the position he was in the law, but I know it was one of the highest in the country. So Olumide is not to be counted. Then I love what these two men have said here. Peter Obi said, Tinubu, wake up. Tinubu is not sleeping at all. Tinubu have told Nigeria that they don't have anything for them. What he have for them is Ewa, Agbado. So he's giving them Ewa. It is only to recruit. We are now waiting him to do. Because that is promised only 3 things. Recruit, Ewa, Agbado, Kari, corn, cassava. That is what he promised Nigeria. And that is what they are eating. So Nigeria should keep on until 4 years complete. Then if God help them, they might able to push him aside. If God did not help them, they will wait in 8 years, just like what Buhari did. So that is it. Then while our brother is telling him that if the shoe is too heavy, it's too big, so you should step aside. Well, he forgot that children can still push a leg in their father's shoe or in their mother's shoe. So they will be dragging, even though the shoe is bigger than them or is heavy than them. They don't care. They will put their leg and be dragging it until they fall down. So that is what Tinubu is doing with Nigerians now. So he want to collapse everything so that Nigeria will not have sense to vote a rightful person. So, and I even support.
Sorry to interject you, just a point of correction. Can I correct?
Yes, you are free. You are free.
Okay. Akpata was, I think, the president of Nigerian Bar Association, and he's still a practicing lawyer.
Okay, was the president of Nigeria Bar, and he's still practicing as a lawyer. He's still practicing as a lawyer. Hello. He's still practicing as a lawyer.
Yeah, he's still a lawyer. He's still a lawyer. A very
Okay, thank you.
Lawyer.
Thank you very much. As a president, I believe it's one of the highest position in that group. And how many law have him fight to be for Nigeria, the benefit of, to be the betterment of Nigeria? We have not found better doing that. And it is those state governmentship he want to become at the best. So thank God he used the man to say that whatever voting Obaseki. So he has become what we cannot describe. So he should better go home and do the needful instead of him saying to become the president, the governor of Edo State. So we don't need that matter at all. Because as a lawyer, you will be making laws. You will. He did not even say he want to go for House of Assembly so that he can make law for us. So we don't welcome him at all. Although people will still welcome him because not everybody will not like, who will not say don't come, and some will call you to come and eat, to spend your money. After you waste your money, then you will not have sense for yourself. So that is it. So just what I said, Tinubu, I heard my brother were saying the candidate that Niger, but this thing. This is the reason, one of the reasons I'm always said Nigeria should never say they give Niger lights. Because it was agreement when Niger wanted to build. Nigeria said, no, don't worry. We supply the light. Let us build. That was how Nigeria and Niger built that light, Kadijan. But now, since what we have is not the government of Nigerians, it is the government of the criminality of the group of Nigerians. So thank God that Niger, who have opened their eyes, want to put Nigeria into school. If they build the Akadijana, I believe Nigeria were having this, I think they were saying some Tombaya are not working, so that now Nigeria will not have water. Everyone will now be struggling to develop their technology. So I love that. And I support Niger fully in it. And I don't want even them to, I don't even want Nigeria to beg them. So when Nigeria is now living in black art completely, despite they will still be bringing beef for them to pay. And everybody will start to grow up in technology and what they will use to get their own light. They will be developing it by themselves. So I fully agree Niger to do whatever they want to do. Thank you. God bless everyone. So that is it for now.
Thank you, Mr. Dua. God bless you, sir. Thanks for joining us today. All right. The last on the panel is Augustine. Augustine, thank you very much, sir, for joining us today. Good evening to you, sir. Please, I'd like you to talk to us.
Yeah, good evening, Niger Watch. Good evening, everybody. I think I came at the right time. Please, all protocols duly observed. Thank you for having me anyway. I think we learn every day, so I will say, why vote in Obaseki Ogere? So, damn it. And anyway,
so that's it. Are you at the shop beneath, like, say tomorrow? Not this
have you? Why say? So, you know, I think the real news is not really Tinubu, but that Tinubu is sleeping or the shoe is too big. We've already known this. I think the real threat now is this letter from Fulani nationalist movement or so. Although you've not read it here, but I think I saw it. You see, things like this should not be taken at the face value. Yes, Tinubu is incompetent. He has no plan. Nigerians are battling under severe economic hardship to see food to eat, just to exist, to see if they can live to see the next day. But to come and be receiving external threat from what they call, well, is it from what they call non-state actors threatening everybody? That I mean, I think they said Benue Plateau and either Kaduna, if they didn't clear that they will, I mean, I mean, this type of thing. So, well, don't we have intelligence? Where are the DSS, all those people? Don't we have intelligence? Of course, Nigeria has come to, I mean, Nigeria is in a mess, but the threat to life should be taken seriously. Even in good times, when one might say Nigerians have enough to eat or gradual, the poverty level is not this bad. You still cannot take this type of threat for granted. What are the government doing about it? Imagine writing letter. You see, that's what I'm always saying. If their leader, because I believe in rule of law and fairness and justice, if their leader is being held captive or is under lock and key, try him. We have a law. If there are no rule, if we don't have any law to convict him, leave him. Sometimes they said it is better you set a criminal free than to convict an innocent. Somebody who is innocent of a crime, rather than convict him, if you see a criminal, let the criminal go. So it's a better option. So if really I don't this idea of you lock somebody up and then no, if you lock up their leader, why did you deprive him of his freedom? I'm not making case for them, but try them. If you try the person and they find guilty, then we now said you've had your day in court, and not that you hold somebody. I mean, I didn't even know that the head of Mieti Yala Hot and Corey is being held up. Didn't know. But if that is why they are threatening this, try the leader. If you now try the leader and find him guilty, and then he's having his prison terms, then if this type of thing come up, then you then know how to handle it. And not that you can't be holding, just like they are holding in and they can. It's just that some people just kept quiet and feel that let's watch. You can't be locking people up. It's not done. No way. At most you fast track the trial. But do something because the law is an ass. Other, if you are holding somebody, it means it's no longer the rule of law, but the rule of men. At your own discretion, you say, go and arrest this person, go and bring him in, take him out, take him down, lock him up. You don't do such. The law is bigger than everybody. If there is if he committed any offense known to law, try him under that offense and find him guilty. If there is no offense known to law he has committed, you can't hold somebody and be manufacturing what is it called charges against him. It's not done, please. So that is my own take on that type of situation because it's even people might think that you are acting like a strong person, you are not doing anything. You're only making the country become big for nothing before the eyes of the world. You don't do that. You don't do such. You don't. Arresting somebody means the person must have committed a crime. You can't abridge somebody's freedom and then expect people to keep quiet. Mieti Yala, yes, they may have doing something, but the leader you are holding must be tried. If you can't try him, let him go. We can't be living like animals in Nigeria and then be expecting that Nigeria, when people say Nigeria is a jungle, people will say, oh no, you are insulting Nigeria. The jungleness of Nigeria means a detention without trial. It's not done anywhere unless in a fascist regime. Now, the next thing is, I think I saw a news article that two traditional rulers, either in Ekiti State, were deleted by you know who, or some. I mean, is it kidnappers or so? See, insecurity in Nigeria should concern everybody. It is no longer a case of. I mean, at this point, I'm always asking people rather than criticize or do this or that. If whoever knows any formula to use, please submit it. I'm not happy. I'm not from Ekiti State. I don't know the people, but what happened shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't, because nobody is free. Why were they kidnapped? Up till now, the kidnapping everywhere. There is no place that is safe. And the man in Aso Rock now, that is the type of service you get when you rig somebody who is incompetent into office. They have to they have to pull every stunt to put him there just to make sure that P2B did not get him. In the end, look at what we are seeing. He doesn't even know what to do. Probably now he's struggling for his life somewhere in France, taking different types of steroids to make him not to shake again. When he comes back, then that is it. So please, I mean, Nigeria is really surprising. But in the West, I don't know. The police or whatever, the security system, can they find out? Or does it mean that something like this could just be happening? Well, it's becoming increasingly dangerous, to be honest with you, to be living in Nigeria. Because when these type of things are happening, you just have to, reassess and then ask yourself a question. Is all this effort somebody is putting in, is it really worth it? Eh? You don't know who is who anymore. Abuja is not all secured. Wike is just blabbing, making noise. Then seat of the government is not secured. Now look at Southwest Ekiti State, and then who knows everywhere in short in Nigeria. It's a shame, really. Like one Dr. Piers Adetokunbo Piers said, "Well, let the House of the Parliament, if they want to impeach Tinubu, let them take him out, let them remove him. He's clearly incompetent. As the commander in chief, everything flows from you. The buck stops on your table. Now you're away. Even the VP, we don't know what he's doing, whether they are not talking. Nobody is reassuring the country. Nothing is at stake. Nothing. No plan. Economy just our naira just they fall like a dry leaf from a Iroko tree. Just they fall. Nothing can stop it until it gets to the Atlantic. Then what else? Anybody is just free to be doing what they want. To be honest, I don't really see. Sometimes you wake up, you read the type of news you are hearing, then you get confused. Now election is we say election now. In by next month they will be doing primaries in Edo State. I don't know whether why is it not the same INEC that will be conducted. Well, you see, Niger was sometimes when we come up here, you may feel happy, but when you hear the headline or you read through the headline, you get depressed. Nigeria is just and nobody is in charge. All you hear is looting. Either they are stealing money, then kidnapping is finishing people.
All the
Nobody.
headline gives you headache, heartache,
Yeah, it's true.
depression, everything.
It's true because starting, you now wonder, eh? Okay, look at.
Oga
Do you know?
CM,
Yes, please. Okay, so now look at Niger Republic, Mali, and Burkina Faso. You may be like play now, and they will put their acts together and become a force. And life there will be better than what it is in Nigeria. And you trust Nigerians, they will start to cross the border. They were going to say, go to Niger, go to Mali. I mean, I do not understand this. The so-called, sometimes I even said, the elite. Yes, they may be there. Those called the elite, they are there to protect their loot. But when you now find out that you, the elite, you can't even stay safe. When if you are digging and then you find yourself in a hole, you stop digging. What really are they talking about? What really is
Oga
happening in
CM,
Nigeria? Yes, please.
sorry to interject you. And I don't know if you people saw the video where Agbado was watching the Nigeria match. I think I saw it on Instagram. He was standing watching the match. Delta went and sit down. His son was there, and 2, 3 of his PA were sitting beside him.
Was it okay? Okay, Black
He was
Panther.
wearing black trouser and
Black
black shirt.
Black Panther. Picture that. Picture that scene. What you saw there with when Buhari used to dress like that and be picking his tooth. So we've not made no. We've not made progress. Buhari did his own in London. He owned his own across the channel. That is in Paris. It's the same. What nonsense is this? And Nigerians are just interested in a brick bat and then talking jazz. Everybody is tell me who is Tinubu's government favorite now, if not the thieves? The people in government are looting money in billions and sharing it. Oil theft is still talk of the town. You can't stop that because those in government are stealing. NMPC cannot render account. It's just that, thank God, what is it? Sanusi Lamido Sanusi, former CBN governor, is insisting on it. Where is the money? Oil is still selling at over $80 a barrel. Where is the money? Nothing, and we are still borrowing. All you hear is we are borrowing for what? Electricity zero, unemployment, bad road everywhere, kidnapping. Why are Nigerians not asking questions? Before you know it, now Abacha from the grave, we release some money. Then we say Abacha loot arrived. See, this thing is becoming a comic relief talking about Nigeria. Although it's painful, to be honest, it's painful. It's not something that you can wish on any country. What really are the people doing? You can't rise up to defend yourself. Ordinarily, the security should compromise and then allow the people to demonstrate and protect the people. Because they themselves, they are feeling it, but they won't talk. The other day I heard that they pay police 50,000 naira. In Nigeria. So which means the salary before tax, probably before tax, is not even up to one bag of rice. Please, so okay. So and then who or is the army yourself or police? So I mean, the situation doesn't call for people. It doesn't call for it doesn't call for fun at all. Somebody, a commander in chief, is away from the country on a private visit. To who in France? Why must you leave? Did you transmit power? What is the VP doing? Who is talking to Nigerians? Now Mietiala has given 72-hour automatic. I think it's from yesterday, or was it 2 days ago? I don't know when the automatum will expire, and then we then be waiting for the real mother of all. You know what now? Niger Watch, please let me listen to some people, to others speak, and just coming in. Thank you very much. I haven't got
All right.
is utterly nonsense. Thank you.
Thank you, Augustine. God bless you, sir. Thanks for your submission. All right. Let me call on the next person. We have Madam Ame with us today. Thank you very much, Madam, for joining us. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Good evening, Brother Elvis. I'm very, very grateful. Good evening to everybody, CM and all the panelists, Mommy Diaspora. My lovely greetings to everyone. Anyway, sorry for not being able to take part with you ever since then. With all the stress, as I've said, this is my first time to really be serious about Nigeria politics, but coming out to see how heavy and we just we don't have that mind to really keep up with them, seeing what is happening. So I'm really baffed coming to learn about Nigeria politics in hardship like this. So all these effects are part of the things that really make me weak, though I was sick. For me to come in, I will say I have a lot to say. There's a lot to talk about, but short of words. I've been managing to listen to most of the things people have been doing. Things that I'm hearing are really too heavy for me that I'm really short of words. We have to go back to our brother Magnus Raka. I always appreciate him. For him to be saying that the Tinubu regime is the worst is very correct. And I saw one of them you interviewed that said our Nigeria politics is just magic politicians are there. It is really magic to me what I'm seeing. About the governor that they said about this kidnapping and killing and by of a thing that they're saying that our governors are part of it. All these things have been taken all over since then. Because the way our governors are reacting when such things come, they're not serious about it. I suspect them. And they go to Abuja to collect maybe whatever, what they want to collect their money, but they see all these things happen, they don't talk. So I continue to suspect them and wish they really mentioned today. My sincere condolence to those in the kitty for the two traditional rulers, they buy there. Anyway, they say you can't eat your whatever. What do they say? You eat your something and have it back. You can never eat your food and you try to have the same food that you've eaten
Eat
back.
your cake.
It's not
Eat your cake and have it.
eat your cake and have it. It's not possible. So what they've done, as I've said, I'm trying to share this thing. Since since the beginning of this election, I know how many enemies I collected here in Austria among the Yorubas. So whenever I see such things, I always share it, whether they like it or not. I will share, let them listen to what the choice that they've made. I appreciate that. Let me now come back to Benin election about this Olumide Akpata. First of all, I heard that Olumide grew up in Lagos and he was born in Warri. Am I right? And that is
Yes.
in Labour Party.
Yes.
I'm afraid because I don't know what all those our governors that we choose that are Labour parties now in the House of Assembly. I'm not seeing what they are doing. I'm not seeing their footstep of Our Excellency Peter Obi on what they are doing. So don't let them come and use Peter Obi to find way. About this Akpata, he spoke well, but I don't know. I don't really know how to judge him now. And it's one of you said he has reigned for 8 years with Obaseki, and now is coming through LP now to come a candidate. Let us watch and see, because I have the bad feelings towards it. Most of them, they really have that honey mouth to come and speak that their English they want to use to convince most of the Nigerians that are not educated, and with their street words that they will not never put into action to deceive people. So at the beginning, I will not believe them. Now, what I will want them to say, let them come and talk about our refineries in Benin, Giligili Airport, Giligili Seaport, our airport, Standard Hospital, schools, all these things. Let them tell us how they are going to do it. Let us hear better things. Nobody is talking about anything better. They just come to say light and road that they used to deceive us. So I would not like to be hearing that one. I want to hear more better things. Obi alone, his words, one thing, he can move a mountain. So I'm not seeing any of them following the footsteps of Obi. So I don't really want to. I said, let me come in to excuse myself for not coming for the time, but I'm behind. I couldn't bear, though I thought I'm strong. Maybe because I'm getting older. When I'm hearing all these things, what is going on, the type of trillions, millions that they are looting, and no, nothing is said, the pie situation, and look at Atiku. Is it Atiku? What is it? Our president, Tinubu. Yes, our Peter B. have right. If the shoe is too big for you, please drop it. For the right person who have the size to enter, he should drop it and stop all these things. I don't know. I think I talk about this about this letter written from the Fulani to the whole South and West Africa. Please, I will want you people to talk about that one. I don't know. If February is already here, tomorrow is the end of this month. So what do we do about that? So one of our brothers mentioned it now, so I reminded again. I repeated it again. Yesterday I was mentioning it, but maybe no reaction from you people. Please, we should try to talk about that one too. I'm behind. I'm trying to be strong to follow you people, and I have to say, Mr. Ivis, I thank you for what you are doing for us, Brother CM, Sister Rita, Madam Origin, and Madam Luke. I appreciate every one of you, and our brother to Niger is another Confucianist. I hope he will learn. And our brother, what is it? God is our strength, our Yoruba brother. I appreciate every one of you. You all are wonderful. I'm still behind trying to follow. I'm with you, Mr. Evis. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Ame. It's good to hear from you. God bless you. Thank you. All right. Let's move on, my people. I think that is it. Everybody on the panel have spoken. So I'd like to take this call quickly. Mr. Chris, you'll be calling in. Please quickly call in if you're listening to me now. Thank you, sir. Guys, help us to press on the like button. I help us to share as well. Okay, Chris, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Hello, Mr. Nanjawosh. Good evening, everybody in the panel. Good evening, Mr. Nanjawosh. Good evening, everybody listening to us from your various locations. It's another beautiful day to contribute to the affairs of the nation and to bring to the forefront the issues that are in the front burner in our country. And well, I'd just like to start by saying that I want to quickly make a few corrections about what Mr. Odua said about the Labour Party candidate, Mr. Apata.
Aspirant.
Actually, yeah, aspirant for now. When he was the Nigerian Bar Association chairman, like Black Panther rightly pointed out, he did something very, very unique. You know, when Buhari removed the CGN of Northern, then the Chief Justice of the Federation, Akpata was one of the people that asked the NBA to go on strike. But unfortunately, because of the way the Nigerian system is structured, the lawyers in the North, they refuse to be part of that strike. The lawyers, the northern section of the Nigeria Bar Association, they refuse to be part of that strike. So imagine, as Akpata led that strike and all the lawyers in Nigeria, they agreed to that strike. So it means that Buhari wouldn't have been able to succeed in unanimously removing the Chief Justice of the Federation. So that's a very clear indication that we are not one in that country. How can the chairman of NBA call for a strike action because of what the president did was not right? And the lawyers from the northern part of the country, they refused to be part of it and they supported the president. So that's just that. At least the man has shown that he's not against anti-democratic institutions. And apart from that, like we have all rightly said, all these candidates, eventually we have to choose one of them. For me, I don't think Akpata is a saint, but from the look of things, by his association with the Labour Party, so it means to a very large extent, Peter Obi, His Excellency Peter Obi, can have some level of control over what he does when he becomes the governor. And even apart from that, this man has also openly dissociated himself from the government of Obaseki. He has said that the Obaseki's government is inhumane. And Mr. Nanjawosh, you re-emphasized that. You said that in clear terms, in common people's language. He has made that very clear that the government of Obaseki is inhumane. So I think these are things that we should take away. Because the problem is that when people they want to campaign like this, it's difficult for them to say anything about the incumbent. But this man has clearly dissociated himself, and he has made it clear to everybody that his style of governance is going to be different. So no matter how you look at it, if you look at all the options, Madam Luke has said it, all the people now, they are all intertwined and in one way connected to Obaseki. But of all these people, which one of them do we think that Peter Obi can at least have an influence on? It's not that person than the Labour Party candidate, at least for now. At least for now, even the Peter Obi himself, while he was in the PDP, while he was there, majority of us didn't look its way. But immediately he ostracized himself from the PDP and stood as a man of his own to the Labour Party. Then we all flocked around him and we lifted him as our candidate. I think it's the same thing Akpata is doing. Yes, he might have associated with Obaseki, but now he's clearly coming out to be a man of himself. He's saying that this is what he's going to do, this is what he's not going to do. So it shouldn't be about whether he can speak Benin or whether he grew up in Benin or whatever. But the most important thing is that he's here. He's under the Labour Party. He's under the party that we all have a stake in. He's under the party where he can be called to question. He's under the party that has come as a saint. So even if the Labour Party are not going to keep him on the watch, but people will keep saying, no be Labour Party you be, no be National, no they spend money. So anything or anyhow is going to rule. If his governance is going to be anti-people, there will be a lot of check and balances on Akpata. I'm not campaigning for him. I'm just saying from my own view of all of them that are coming out. Now, I think this is the only person that Peter Obi can have a considerable influence on, that he can direct the affairs of whatever he's going to do. So that's just that for Akpata and the Labour Party. Then I think for the publication, the Miyetti Allah, the one they just released, is another constant reminder again that there are two laws in our country. One for the every other person and one for the Fulanis. I'm very sure no other section of the country can make such publication and everywhere will remain quiet like this. No other people. I don't know what these guys have on the entirety of Nigeria. So I think Mr. Oduare said, we have hundreds of ethnic nationalities in Nigeria. What has made these people to become this powerful that they are almost untouchable, they are invisible? I don't know how we got here, but whatever it is, must learn to realize that Nigeria, the way it is now, no matter your love for Nigeria, it's not going to work. It's not working, not until we do the appropriate restructuring. And the way to start is through the Constitution. That Constitution is fraudulent. The Constitution favored some people and just put a lot of people at a disadvantage. You cannot tell me a constitution that will say that a child from one part of the country will have to be 80 times as good as a child in another part of the country before you can even have an iota of what the children from other part of the country are enjoying. So if we don't change that constitution, we are going to remain, we will be hoping that it will be okay. It's just like when we were children those days. By Friday, if we come back from school, we construct aeroplane. It will be very fine. We'll look at it. We'll be hoping that it will fly. By Saturday, we'll take the aeroplane out. We do everything we want to do. Still, it will not fly. By Sunday, it will not fly. By Monday, we have gone back to school again. It will wait till another weekend and we'll come back. The aeroplane is still there. It's beautiful. We hope that it will fly. It will not fly, but eventually we have to dismantle. It's exactly the structure we have in Nigeria. It is beautiful. It is big. The way it is constructed, we are hoping that things will work. But brothers and sisters, is it not clear that this thing is not working? It's not, no matter how much you love the country, it is not working. It's not by hoping. Nations are not built on hope.
Okay.
Nations are not built on sweet words. They are built on accurate step. So with that, I just want to say thank you for giving me this very long time to contribute. I don't take this for granted. I'm very, very grateful, Mr. Niger.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you and good evening, everybody. Yeah.
God bless you too, sir. Thank you. Okay. Yes, let's have our final submission. We're going to do for 4 minutes on this so we can round up. I appreciate every one of you for your time with us. Please help us to press that like button. Let me come to Mr. Jonathan Kingsley. Thank you very much, sir, for your patience. Please give us your final submission. We are doing for 4 minutes. Please, let's stick with it. We're already above 3 hours. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I really wanted to do the 4 minutes to dwell on the last month issue, but Mr. Chris would successfully draw me back because I have to comment on his submission. This when he called just now that Olumide Akpata mentioned that Obaseki has no compassion. That's not enough. If Peter Obi clearly said in 2022, even before 2023, that one of the first things he said was that the present government in Nigeria, even the past, have no compassion. If he had stopped at that, will you follow Peter Obi? Just a question. I don't think so. So anybody, even the baby in the womb, know that Nigerian politicians, the Nigerian government, present and past, have no compassion of any kind. So I don't expect him to stop at that, saying that he has no compassion. That still does not dissociate him entirely or completely from Obaseki. He has to go further. He must outline exactly what he wants to do that will be distinctively different. I mean, a clear-cut different of what he wants to offer. Then you will know that, yes, he has distanced himself. It's not part of the status quo, and he does not care the outcome. Whether he's nominated, whether he eventually wins the election, he doesn't give a damn. He just cares about the people. That's my position, and that's what I will base, my support for any candidate in that state, or any candidate that I'll be routing for. I will line behind. That's it. So I'll just leave that. I'll leave it at that. I know that a lot of people will say, a lot of people come out and say that we're just talking. The people are just talking, and there is nothing is happening, and all the rest of it. Let me tell you, what we're saying or what we're doing on this platform, another similar platform, is not even enough. What we're saying is not even enough. And those that throws that, cheap jab that you are just talking, no solution, you are just talking alone. I want to say this to them. I have this to say to them. Just listen carefully. If you are a good listener, if you can sit down and listen carefully to what people are saying, both here and other platforms, you will see the solutions. You will pick it out from what people are saying. People can criticize. Inside that criticism, inside those comments, inside those analyses, solutions are embedded, solutions are there. All you need to do is just to listen. All the solutions, today alone, solutions have been offered, have been put on the table that will solve Nigerians' problem, if only they have the capacity to do it. That is what we have in Nigeria. And then I'll quickly, talked about the another 900 billion. I think it's 900 million naira that just
900
disappear.
million, not billion.
900 million that just disappear into thin air, into private accounts in Nigeria. That's where we are in Nigeria. 900 million just like that, and nobody is saying anything in Nigeria. Nobody is talking.
1 minute.
Yeah. And I've said it. Let me just round it up. I've said it over and over again. People have said it over and over again. That's why Mr. Tinubu can't do anything. He cannot do. He has to get rid of all the people around him. He must do that. If he can't do that, then all this time they are wasting. They're just wasting time. Even the ECOWAS, talking about Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali, the entire ECOWAS in itself is a market. Wasting time all over trying to get out, to attack Niger, to satisfy some powers that are out there. The massive opportunity, the massive market that is in that economic community is you can't even imagine it. But Nigeria has never taken advantage of it for 49 years. Over 400 million population in total, minus Nigerian population. You have a gigantic 200 million population in that ECOWAS, a gigantic economic community that Nigeria could have been thriving on economically. They don't do that. They don't even see that. You can produce in Nigeria. Sit down there somewhere in one corner, in one backyard in Nigeria. Take it to 200 million people. They don't see that. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. I leave it at that. Thanks to everyone. Have a pleasant
All right.
evening.
Thank you, Mr. Jonathan. God bless you, sir. Thanks for joining us today. Madam Luke, please, if you're available, give us a final submission at 4 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Elvis. Thank you again, members of the panel, Mommy Diaspora, the commentators, and the moderators. Well, we're here again to do our civic duty, and we keep educating ourselves as to the way forward for a better Nigeria in the absence of restructuring. The question I ask myself, is Nigeria the only country in Africa? Why is it that the insecurity level is so high? I go to other platforms and to see whether this same Fulani jihadists and all these, if all these people are all over Africa like it is in Nigeria, why Nigeria in 4 places? And the answer is because it is being sponsored by Nigerians themselves. Starting with Buhari, and I believe to a greater extent Obasanjo, because this movement started during Obasanjo time. Loads and loads of truckloads of headsmen moving around in the middle of the night. Then they said, oh, it was free migration. And Nigerians are free to move wherever they want to move to. Who are the real Nigerians in this country doing all these things? They are not Nigerians. Does the government have the capacity to fight this? Yes, it does. But will they do it? No, they won't. Because as long as they keep the country in disarray, it diverts attention from the main aim of what they're doing up there. So I don't know what is going to take. Now you have ultimatum from here, ultimatum from there. You see, there's something about this sector of Nigeria that can get away with anything. If it was any other tribe from any part of Nigeria that is giving all this ultimatum, you will see the military there, all over the place. Common statements during Peter Obi's campaign became a yes daddy situation of jihad. I mean, where does it end? But like I said, all we're doing is educating ourselves and brainstorming. For a dual election, like I'm not waiting for the primaries. We already know which people are going to clinch which ticket. And we already know what they stand for. You will still have to pick one. And if you don't pick one, somebody else is going to rule you, like Niger Watch said. Somebody else is going to rule that state, whether you pick one or not. Is it going to be the people's choice? No. It's not going to be the people's choice. It's going to be massively rigged. INEC is going to come into place again. And at the end of the day, push comes to shove, you're going to get a Supreme Court governor. So you see, we keep running around in circles and playing musical chairs with kidnappers. First to buy is the name of the game. But like I said, let's keep brainstorming and hoping for the best. Praying is out of the question right now. All we can say is hoping for the best. Thank you, my people.
Thank you, Madam Luke. Thank you very much. Yes, we need to choose well. If not, somebody is certainly still going to be the governor. So, but for me, I don't know why people are even thinking of the governorship election when we still have Mahmoud Yakubu there. And Mahmoud Yakubu is working for Tinubu. Hey, God. Anyway, let's move on. What do I know? I would like to go to Black Panther. Black Panther, if you're available, we have people on the backstage anyway. So if you're available, Black Panther, go ahead. 4 minutes. Final submission.
Okay, these 4 minutes I'm going to be fast. I'm going to be fast a little bit. The people might be saying something, and when I say the Labour Party candidate is a pawn, I'm saying the internal politics you have, internal politics wrangling within the party, it's like a chess game. So I pick somebody, I can pick anybody as a pawn in my own game, in my own political game. So what they do, they pick their person and they label it. It's just a pawn for now. I see him as a pawn, but I won't go further than that until we start to see. I know he has a good record. Until we start to see and the game will be open. Let's see the primaries first. I want to go into this defense itself. You see, defense, it's all doubled to the kind of defense package, defense policy your country, Nigeria, have. We don't know the defense policy they have. They hiding it. They always say everything is secret. Your policy shouldn't be secret from your citizens. They should have the right to know it. You see, what I'm saying is that if you know the policy of the government, then you know what they would do, particularly about your defense and the military itself. Now, when we were shouting that the military itself was one-sided, was loop-sided, we all are all seeing it now because they couldn't react. It's loop-sided because they can't, anything is loop-sided that wasn't done right, the reaction, the prompt reaction to any external aggression will be very slow. That is it. Now, how do you now make it work? we can do something and make it work. Why am I saying this? Since it has a very big problem, we can apply technology.
All right.
In terms of
Black Panther, your noise on your background.
somebody that passing by.
Okay.
So you can hear me now. There's no more noise. So it's somehow it should be tactical, and we should approach it in a very good way and a very tactical way. One, Nigeria needs to expunge the policing of a state out of the hand of the federal government. We need to have state government. That one can be changed immediately if the National Assembly is ready. We need to change that policy to take policing, to diversify policing, to make it local. Because you need to build your intel within the local, from the local to the state, from the state to the federal. You need to build that intel. And also, we need to have another intel that will give us external information, that is joint intel with your neighbors. That will give you intel. You need to share intel with them. And one particular thing in this modern era, what we need to do is to make use of technology. Technology is more faster than your troop on the ground. Since most of the corruption is all over the country because it's already established as a culture. Now, what do? We need to apply technology. I was figuring it out. I was going in to investigate Nigeria, how they've gone in that. Nigeria is able to acquire drones from Turkey. Yes, acquire drones from Turkey, but will not be able to use it perfectly. Why am I saying this? Because I discovered, during my research, that the same drone we bought from Turkey, Burkina Faso bought the drone, and Burkina Faso presently are able to curb insurgents by 40% using the drone. You see, using the drone by 40%. They use the drone to do what? To do what they call surveillance movement. When you have a non-surveillance movement, you have a non-drone up there which they cannot see. You can survey it, you can see their movement. When you see their movement, you draw the movement and you plan with it. Because if you don't see the movement, and the movement is your intel that you get from the drone, if you have enough intel, then you can do a lot approach. I think the problem now is how aggressive we are, and we don't need to start recruiting because the process already run down. We need to start applying technology. We have it. They should make use of it, and we need to know the policy on defense of our government, and we should expunge the policing out of the hand of federal government. Federal can have the federal level. We should have the local government level, the state level, and there they can share intel among themselves. Thank you, Mr. Niger.
Thank you, Black Panther. Thanks for your final submission. Okay, let me go to Engineer Francis. Engineer Francis, sir, please give us your final submission. 4 minutes, sir.
Thank you very much. And thanks to everybody for your inputs.
Dr. Elvis, it's me supposed to speak now.
Okay, I'll come back to you. Somebody's already speaking, sir.
Okay, no problem.
Actually, what I think is going on is, Edo, you are about to be bamboozled by wolves in sheep's clothing. But there's a bigger problem than that. What I will say is, what does Edo have in place right now that will negate what happened in Imo State from happening in Edo, where they have already written out the results before the votes were even cast? It's the same crew. It's the same Mahmoud. It's the same Tinubu's people. So what is Edo doing to make sure that something like that doesn't happen to Edo? Because that's the way I see they are going. So all these primaries and campaigns and everything, those things are just formalities. They already are writing down the votes and planning on who they will give them to. So I think that's where we should concentrate more to get some sort of clarification from the federal and something concrete. Like if the votes, if the counts are published or are there before the votes even come in, for that polling unit cancelled. Repeat. And when they say cancel, don't cancel and let it be. When you cancel, set another date for it. Everybody must vote. So I think that's where we should concentrate more now, because they already have it the way they want it, and that's the way it will go. So while we are thinking about the candidates, let's also be thinking about the real voting process, because it's still in the hands of the same people, Yakubu and Tinubu. Believe me, we have a little problem ahead, but if we start now planning, we might be able to get some ideas that we will use and apply when that time comes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Gina Francis, God bless you, sir. Thanks for joining us today. Let me go to Oga Consign. Please give us your final submission, 4 minutes.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. I must commend Mrs. Luke's submission. It's on point. You see, as we are talking about this corruption, Tinubu is appointing more people. He has appointed more than 100 and something people, 100 and something people, to checkmate or what the ministers, to control to loot. This 900 million is just about 4 or 5 ministries. More are looting, more are transferring money. That is what they came to do. Tinubu did not come to do anything, only to make photo. That's what he came to do, and to eat the money, to laugh. Him and the wife, that criminal wife of her, to him, to look for to loot the money of Nigeria, to be there. People take the picture. They go to France. That's only what they came to do. There's nothing again they come to do. People they say the money are missing. You are still appointing people for what? To see the minister, to check the ministers. How can these people check the ministers? Only to get their own share. You just want to patronize those that supported him. That's what Tinubu is there for. Nothing again that man is there for. Who said that the governors are part of this? The governors are involved in the security this problem. You see, for me, I'm no middle south governors, southeast and south. They're not involved in this. It's only the northern governors. The northern governors are those who we see with these terrorists. We are seeing them with them. Even Shetima, all of them. They are the one romancing with them and the one making money from this terrorism. So anybody counting south, southwest, southeast, that person is lying, is making a mistake. It's not, the people are not involved. It's only that north. And they know what they're doing. They want to Islamize the country. Like that woman said, that thing started when Buhari, and not only that, when Obasanjo was in power. Obasanjo was the one who, in his administration, that allowed this Sharia law. How can a country have 2 laws? One for the north and one for the north and one for the south. What about if the south want to have another different law? That Sharia people cannot agree. So in whatever we say here, these people are the owner of the country. The Fulanis are the owner. Whatever they want, they do. Whatever they like, they do. Nothing. The time they want to send the capital to that place, Saturn didn't say anything. All the whole things that they are sending to the refinery to Kaduna, certain people didn't say anything. When Buhari want to build a seaport or what in Nakasina that doesn't have a sea, the people in the south didn't say anything. Whatever these people want is what they get. The security architecture is being held by the Fulanis. So they are the owners of the country, whether we like it or not. Whatever they want, they get. Now they have threatened the country. It's either the South brace up or continue to be docile. Because when it will happen, it will happen. The time Buhari was bringing these Fulanis from everywhere to come to Nigeria, the Southerners didn't say anything. Instead, they say they didn't say anything. Even today in the South, in the Imo State, in Aba, Enugu, everywhere, they are the people. They are the people making all these stories in that place. Majority of them. It's only since these people came that the southeast and the south, even south, people were kidnapping in Benin dollar time. Many of them, it's from these people. And when they were coming, Buhari allowed them to come in. The southern people didn't stand up and say, no, where are these people coming from? Today, Buhari himself is not a real Nigerian. Buhari, the father bring him from I think Niger, yeah. That's where the father bring him to come to Nigeria. Buhari grew up in Nigeria. Buhari is not really born in Buhari was not born in Nigeria. And many of the ministers, many of these people you see are not born in Nigeria. They're all from Niger. Some of them are from Chad. The certain people didn't say anything. They were all complicit. Okay, thank you, my brother.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Oga Consign, thank you very much,
Yeah.
Imo. If we have to give exact how people really want to talk on this platform, we might be talking for the next 2 weeks. We'll not live here. Thank you, sir. Anyway, let's move on to the next person. Mr. Odua, thank you very much, sir, for your time with us. I'd like you to talk to us. 4 minutes, final submission. Okay, Mr. Odua, you're not there. I'll just move on. Let me move on to Madam Amen Bright. Please give us your final submission. Thank you very much, ma'am. 4 minutes. Okay, Madam Amir is not also there as well. Okay, she just left. Okay, good. Let me go on to the next person. August CM. Please give us your final submission before I come to the last person, which is F. Emmanuel. Thank you, sir.
Okay, and thank you, Niger Watch. Actually, in my last submission, I would like to recap on that news of the letter written by Fulani Nationalist Movement. I want to say this. They should not take that in lying low. That is a very, very important threat. Given what we know of these Fulani headsmen, what they've done in the past, now that they've written this with the venom they wrote it and their intent, it should not be swept under the carpet. By this, although calling on Nigerian security system might not help, but what I'm trying to sound is be your brother's keeper. Everybody should be on the watch out. Guide and guard your environment. Any suspicious movement, just try and defend yourself, because the way it is now, okay, imagine the commander in chief is not on seat. The person who should be the vice or deputy, nothing is forthcoming, or more or less an apostle or an apologist of the people that are causing the mayhem. So for now, I think the most important thing, insofar as much as people are struggling to get their daily bread, they should not lose sight of the fact that danger is afoot. Danger is really afoot. Anything could happen. Even when, even when in the past they've not written like this, yet we feel what their activities. Now that they've written, people should not take it lying low. In fact, I want every community to read it. I once watched a short consign of a short video clip of a member of House of Reps who was crying, representing 2 local governments in Ekiti State that lost their traditional rulers from that area. So you can imagine of what use, because sometimes when these things happen, you might, okay, the issue of kidnapping, people are not, I mean, really is depressing. But in the midst of all this, what do people do? What they should do is be on the watch out. Whatever it takes, whatever means necessary, life is precious. Don't give in to blackmail, don't give in to propaganda. Do not relax. Just do whatever you can just to protect yourself against whatever is going to happen. I don't know. I don't know. Even if you see, I don't know who is advising Tinubu. There is nothing happening. People are really just like helpless. Everybody is just left on your own. Whatever you see, you take. Nigeria is really, to be honest, I've never been this since this man came to power. Although there are instances to make somebody, lose hope completely. But as it is today, after reading all these things, I felt this is an open threat. It's an open. How can you say if the people of Benue State should get out from their ancestral land where they've been living, that they should to go where they get out to go where? The people of, is that not what I read there? People of Plateau, and they are giving thanks. Well, I think, and as we are waiting to, let me now say this as a pointer to way forward. As people are trying to protect themselves and keep themselves alive, please, community by community, they should start discussing post-Nigeria republics. Let them enter dialogue. Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger, they are in dialogue. They didn't just, they are dialoguing on the best way forward for them. Apart from what we are seeing, first they've pulled out of ECOWAS so that they should not be encumbered by any extant laws of that association. So they've pulled out. In other words, they want to build just like what UK did. They pulled out of EU, and then they want to have their country the way they want it. That's what Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger Republic is doing. So in Nigeria, people should start community by community, whether they should start discussing post-Nigeria republics, because I don't want people to be caught unawares. It won't pay anybody. We will lose collectively. It will be collateral damage to everybody, including those that want to perpetrate it. But is that the way to go in this day and age? No. No. We can disagree. Let us, that's why I believe in, I said it here one time. The greatest weapon is dialogue. When you are talking, then you decide, everybody will decide his own fate. Then all this, you wake up every day, you see this threat, you ignore it, they kidnap somebody and you are begging, another thing is happening. The person you put in charge, nothing. Rather than they helping you, you hear of looting, money missing. Niger Watch, I leave it here.
Thank you, Augustine. God bless you, sir. Thank you very
Good
much.
night.
All right. Good night, sir. Madam Ame Bright, please give us your final submission. Thank you very much.
Yeah, sorry, Mr. Thank you for calling me back. I just should get off the panel as I was in comment section. My final submission is that first of all, I don't have much to say than to say our Peter Obi, we are standing on his mandate and we love him so much. I will say because what Saulu was saying when he visited Saulu, that is just mouth. He should be careful with all these other parties. They don't really love him. That is what we don't want to miss him. We want him to be careful of himself, one of our brother asked one question now, that why are the Fulanis powerful? We gave them the chance to be powerful. We thought we are going to support them, but we've been doing that one, trying to allow them to have most of our resources. Buhari have transferred all money, power, weapons to them. So they are ready to attack. So they have all the power. So this is something I've started right from, as you said, as Ambassador, but it was not as Buhari. Buhari came to finish the whole something with the hope that Tinubu, as a Muslim, will continue to finish the rest. So they're already power, they're already equipped and ready for any attack anytime. So we gave them the chance. We did talk at on time. About that of ECOWAS, my question is that since Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger are out of ECOWAS, why can't Nigeria be out? Whether Tinubu is their head or whatever, can't we go out from ECOWAS as well? That is my question. What is really hard in going away? Why is it one of us? Why are we Nigeria? Why is our own different? My brother, that is just what I wanted to say. I thank you for allowing me, and I appreciate everyone. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you, Madam Bright. God bless you. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. Let me call on F. Emmanuel. F. Emmanuel, it's good to have you on the panel, sir. Good evening to you. I would like you to talk to us 5 minutes as well.
Yeah, Mr. Evans, good evening. It's
Thank
been
you,
a
sir.
while. It's been a while. It's been a while. New Year like this, we
Good
are,
to hear from you.
we are filled with a lot of work, but I'm always listening. Yeah, I greet everyone in the panel, all protocol observe. I'm not going to say much because everybody has dealt with the issues accordingly, so I just want to look at one or two things, just add a little. I don't think I will even spend up to 5 minutes. First of all, they say 900 million disappeared or transferred to an individual account. Well, what I will say to us is we should first of all even thank God that it wasn't swallowed by a snake, termites, or monkeys. At least it could be traced to human beings, So we should thank God for that. So let the law and investigation take its course at this point, since it was transferred. At this time, there was no swallow or money disappearing, just like that without trace. The secondly, too, on this Fulani threat, I want to say something very crucial. You see, the Nigerian people, we should know one thing, and we should know it very clearly. In a military setting, we have a lot of Fulanis in the military. At least I schooled with them in my early days. Few of them that are educated are really, really smart people. So for them to issue this kind of threat, that tells you that a percentage of them, have captured our security architecture. And the president, I believe, he knows. He knows. All our security agencies, they are aware of it. They know that these Fulanis, they are everywhere in our security settings. So how are they going to wriggle out of it? It's just unfortunate. So at this point, I think the first thing that should be done is, if Mr. President, the problem is Mr. President is not even around, for one to say, okay, call these people to order. Why are you issuing this threat? What is the issue? Find out the problems. Then you know how to navigate through it. But unfortunately, the guy is whining and dining in France. That is what we have found ourselves. A Miloko is my turn. That is a mantra. That is what he came to offer to Nigeria, a Miloko, and nothing more. Then for the Edo gubernatorial election that is coming soon, the only thing I can say there is all the people that are listening to so far, they got some little potentials, but then politicians as they are, you cannot trust them because everybody has an agenda. Everybody has an agenda. No matter how good the person seems to be, no matter how sweet talking, everything is just, they have an agenda. So they have made, politics to become the only way to survive. So everybody's going there to get his own lion's share and get out. So for me, I will advise the Edonians, please shine your eye, and elect the person that at least you can hold account. You can call to order, you can relate to, and watch his activities closely. Not like the kind of Obaseki or the previous one. What was his name? Adam Soshomili. So please, you guys should shine your eyes. It's your own state. Thank you very much, Mr. Evix.
Thank you very much, Mr. F. Emmanuel. God bless you, sir. Thanks for joining us today. I really do appreciate you. I'd like to quickly take this call so that we can round up. Madam Origin, please make it 2 minutes. 2 minutes, ma. We need to round up. Good evening
not
to you.
even long. Yes. Yes. Thank you. I give my last submission. Thank you, Mr. Niger Watch. Thank you, everyone. I just want to address what Oga Concern said that the southern governors are not part of the, banditries, insurgents. I beg to differ, Mr. Oga Concern. I believe, in fact, I call the southern governors, the senators and representatives, I call them saboteurs. They are the larger threat. They are more threats to the people, the southerners, than the Fulani jihadists. They are a threat. Look at what just happened. Nationalist movement came, they picked one of theirs, and they are agitating, and they are talking, and they are pushing. Fulani herdsmen came, if not that the people started clamoring and screaming, our governors are ready to sign out the lives of its people. When issues come up, they are dead. You can't hear, they don't make film. 2 or 3 bomb blasts, they covered it up, called it something else. Everything, they are the ones deceiving the southerners of the real threat that is upon them. So I beg to ask them, what did these Fulani jihadists give to you people?
Okay.
What did they give to you that you are ready to sell out the people? Look at what is going on now. And they are quiet. Thank you, Mr. Niger Watch.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. God bless you. All right, guys, we've come to the end of this broadcast. I want to appreciate every one of you that joined us today. Those of you that are still on the panel right now, Mr. Jonathan, Mr. Black Panther, Regina Francis, Mr. Oduwa, Augustine, Mr. Consign, Mr. F. Emmanuel, Madam Amen Bright. Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate you all. Madam Luke was also here with us. And those of you that called in, Oga Chris, please mute yourself.
Can I talk about that woman said about what I
No
said?
need, sir. I'm giving final submission.
Okay.
Tomorrow you talk about it. We cannot continue to talk about everything, sir. Please understand with us. Do you want to respond to Madam Origin?
I want to respond to her.
Go ahead.
Madam Origin, I know what you're saying is truth. But what I mean is this. The certain people, certain governors and the South, both all of them, they are not involved in the terrorism. But for the complicit, they are complicit because they are keeping quiet. All these things are happening. Because when these people promise them, I'm going to make you president, I'm going to make you president, they keep quiet. Well, they don't know they are deceiving their people and they are betraying their people. That's what I mean. Not that, I know they're also involved, but not that.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, military they're involved. No, that's what I mean.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. All right. I appreciate every one of you. Everybody that called in today. Oga Chris, thank you very much for calling in. Madam Origin, thank you very much. I appreciate you. And Mr. F.A. and many others that called in as well. And I'd like to appreciate those of you that supported us today as well. Dr. Alexander Gomez, Victor Sman, thank you very much. Love God is my strength. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Everyone right there on the comment section. I appreciate every one of you. Mother of all, Mommy Diaspora, thank you very much, Mommy, for all you do. Abu Azi, thank you very much. Peggy Modi, Vitos Akwebele, thank you, my wonderful people. Tony Africa, I can see right there. Thank you, Mosokri, Josh Blue Shell, Checo Obedient, and many others. We've come to the end of this broadcast. We'll be coming back again tomorrow, 6 p.m. by God's grace. Please continue to support us by sharing our videos, liking our videos. Subscribe to our channel if it's your first time on this channel. Hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we are here. I appreciate every one of you, my people. Please allow us to end the show. Now, now we draw the curtain. Bye for now.
No more bad government in Nigeria. Niger Watch, the only media that have been consistent speaking against the bad government and for the purpose for reformers. Niger Watch, yo. No more bad government. Niger Watch. No more bad government. Niger Watch. No more bad government. The only media that have been speaking. No more bad government. The voice of the voiceless. No more bad government. No more bad government. Niger Watch. No more bad government. For the poor. No more bad government. Niger Watch. No more bad government. Niger Watch media. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. In Nigeria. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. The only media. No more bad government. The number one media in Nigeria. No more bad government. That have been speaking against government. No more bad government. Niger Watch. No more bad government. Niger Watch, yo. The voice of the voiceless. The voice of the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Niger Watch media. Voice for the voiceless. Niger Watch media. Voice for the voiceless. The only media that have been speaking against bad government. Being consistency since 1944. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. 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 Niger Watch, yo. We have been seeing all you guys have been doing, and we recommending to everyone in Nigeria, saying that you guys are the number one. Niger Watch, yo.
Come on, Niger. Watch family and friends. Let's do this together. Anything you put your hands is blessed. As you press thumbs up.
Anything you put your hands is blessed. As you do thumbs up. Amen. Favor will locate you. Amen. Praises will locate you. Amen. Anything you put your hands is blessed. Is blessed. Is blessed.
Come on, Niger. Watch family and friends. Let's do this together. Anything you put your hands is blessed.
Before we run away from you, as you press thumbs up, amen. God will favor you. Amen. This week we favor you. Amen. Every day we favor you. Amen. God will do new things in your life as you press thumbs up. Amen. 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 Amen.
Come on, Niger. Watch family and friends. Let's do this together. Anything you put your hands is blessed.
Amen. 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 As you press thumbs up. Amen. 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 As you press thumbs up. Amen. 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 Amen.
Your wife go dey gbadu you. Amen. Friends he go look up to you. Amen. Every blessing go dey follow you. Amen. Oh yes, as you press thumbs up. The calamity go run away. Oh. Amen. Bad thing go run from you. Oh. Everything go come better, better, better. Amen. So far make you just do thumbs up. Oh, oh yeah, do thumbs up. Amen. No, 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 no. Amen. 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 Amen.
Anything you put your hands is blessed. As you do thumbs up, amen. Favor will locate you. Amen. Praises will locate you. Amen. Anything you put your hands is blessed. Is blessed. Is blessed.
Láti sọ̀rọ̀, I know
they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love, oh. Go there, biza biza. Kama bara walo ninu ife kan akanbi. I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love, oh. I go show you love, oh. Kama bara walo ninu ife kan. But I know they do competition with anybody. I go show you love, Kama bara walo ninu ife kan. I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love, I go show you love, Kama bara walo ninu ife kan. They do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Oh, tó bá ti sanwó fún Ṣẹ́gun Nàbí o. Ẹ fẹ́ jókòó. Alákọ̀bí. Ṣẹ́gun Nàbí. Alákọ̀bí. Sábà mẹ́la. Anybody. Anybody? Any bobo. Anybody? Mo ló ń fọlú, ó gbà mí bó ṣe rí mi láti finishi. Délé mo ló ń fọlú, ẹ jẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀. Délé o.